All right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the fifth or sixth annual, semi-annual, sometimes parody Dungeons and Dragons game that I run called the Mighty Extreme Heroes, otherwise known as Meh. This is this is a game that I started way back on the very first International Tabletop Day, just as a joke, and it's been going on for years. Some of these, one of these players has actually been here for every single game, has never missed one. And we actually have a brand new player as well. So we have a wide spectrum of people, not brand new to D&D, but new to this crazy thing that's technically D&D, but oh, so much more. This group, the Mighty Extreme Heroes, has done a little bit of everything. I think I may randomly laugh. It means if I look to my right, it means I'm reading chat because that's where chat is on my setup. So
why is there something funny in chat?
No, nothing funny at all.
All right.
So anyway, these guys have done everything from they became the Rangers of Power, which is an entity legally distinct enough to not infringe upon a copywritten entity. They have saved an entire city from a war between two factions that thought a piece of armor was either black and blue or white and gold. And if you remember that internet meme, it's been a while. Most recently, they went on a secret mission to rescue a group called the Revengers, which is another group that is legally distinct enough to not infringe upon a copywritten entity. And in order to do that, they had special magic items that made them appear to be the Revengers to build up some publicity. They have recently come back. Part of the group has decided to do their own thing for a little bit. They're still having issues getting the magic items to unattune. But Tyrion, who had attuned to a magic shield that turned him into Captain Waterdeep,
One way to put it.
Was able to unattune to that shield and give it back because whoever the guy was that I can't remember his name because it was over a year ago that I ran this game last, won't let you guys keep the magic items. And then Cadence, who had a magic item that turned her into the Incredible Bulk.
I had purple shorts.
You had purple shorts. Yeah, that's what they were. Was able to unattune to those as well and give them back. And so...
they weren't the right color for me.
Yeah,
so
they clashed a little bit.
It was pretty happy to get rid of that shield.
I'm just going to give him a name. And anyone that watches the previous episodes of this show, if it's not the name that he had last year, I'm sorry. Or of this campaign, we're going to call him Rick Anger. So, Rick Anger, turns to you, he goes, we'll deal with getting these magic items unattuned from the rest of your friends, but take this with you. And he throws this man on the floor before you. Tyrion and Cadence, you recognize him immediately as he kind of looks up and goes, "It is wonderful to see you, my friend." I just lost Cadence. Hold on for a second. I have to play around with some stuff real quick.
I think she said I stab him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That should make things work slightly
Followed by
better.
some colorful words, I guess.
I'm sorry,
Apparently,
I got
Roll20
passionate.
censors now.
Well, hey, obviously you're too passionate for Roll20.
I took out my dagger and I stabbed him in the shoulder.
Oh, in the okay.
And
and he goes,
him.
"Ow, that hurt." And Rick sits there going, "So you've met. This was the moron that gave us the intel that got the Revengers captured. And I tried to explain to you, my friend. See, that information I was mostly sure was accurate, but obviously I cannot be held accountable for just shut him up.
I stabbed him in the other shoulder.
Ow! Stop stabbing me!
Mr. Anger, do you have any prisons where people don't come out of?
We don't want him in them. We're afraid what would happen. He is your responsibility.
He is not, actually.
He claimed you were his friends. That's why we listened to him.
I'm sure he
your
thinks
responsibility.
that. I'm sure he does.
Let's move out. And he kind of does one of these things that you can't see because it's not on camera. And then he basically the rest of the Revengers kind of come up and they shake your hand and everything. A few of them look down at Ricardo and give him menacing looks. And they all leave. And you guys are left in this building alone. And they shut the door behind them.
Is there like a bathroom or a latrine or outhouse?
In this particular building, no, there is not.
Okay.
You're in kind of an interesting place. Instead of like brick or wood, like most buildings you're used to seeing, this building itself is built out of metal. It's got pretty unique looking glass windows and things like that. Like it's a pretty modern looking building. But since you guys have been kind of jumping between realms with your unstable portal key, you guys have seen a lot of different things. So
yeah.
Before we go any further, Tyrion, what is your passive perception?
12.
12. Cool. That's not an ominous question or anything like that. I'm not doing anything.
Haha. I'm more perceptive than you, Tyrion.
Yeah, okay. So Ricardo is sitting there going, "My friends, it is wonderful to see you again. It has been so long since we have had the chance to speak to each other or stick sharp objects into various limbs." And as he's saying this, he's like slowly backing away. But I truly do not believe that this is the best place for us to have this conversation. Obviously, you are a little upset from everything that has happened, and I would be upset too if I was forced to go to a alternate dimension where they keep superheroes imprisoned and things like that. That would make me very upset. But you got to do
That's
very
nice.
cool things.
I want to cast Hold Person.
Okay. As you do, you watch him wave his hand, and Hold Person just doesn't do anything.
Damn it.
And he goes, "Oh, in that case," and you see him turn around, and in his hand, you see something very familiar, your unstable portal key, which he sticks into the lock on the door, turns it, opens it, and rushes through the portal while waving his hand behind him.
Should have just killed him.
That was actually my plan to get rid of him. But the version I had in mind left us with the key, not him.
We should have just killed him. Every time. We let him live.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
And we're not even in Waterdeep, so I can't even...
What would you guys like to do? The portal is still open.
Oh, well, let's see here. The rest of our group's still on attuning, but we should probably grab that key, right?
Yeah, otherwise we're trapped here.
You have
Yeah, we can
found that
figure
you
it.
guys have this, from using the unstable portal key so often, you guys have this kind of attunement to each other where you eventually accidentally end up on the same world for strange reasons. You've never quite been able to figure out how people just keep returning to your group after you travel to different worlds, but it happens.
I figure as long as we got that key, we can figure out our way back.
Okay. It's an adventure, and Cadence just runs through. Actually, she skips through.
Okay.
All
Don't. Oh, well, yeah, all right. I walk through.
All right, so you guys feel the familiar feeling of your bodies kind of being forced through this interdimensional doorway into another world, another realm. But this time, something different happens. You start to feel yourself kind of changing. You feel yourself being squeezed and crunched, as if there are walls or boards being pressed against you, squeezing and condensing you down. You feel the weapons that you're carrying and even the armor that you're wearing starting to change and morph and starts to become paper thin. And everything just seems very, very odd. And then suddenly you're not wearing your armor. It still looks like it's there, but it's almost as if it's painted onto you.
I instinctively cover my private parts.
And finally, you step
Cast
out
interpretive art piece.
at out the other side of this gate to a world you have never seen before, a world unlike anything you have ever experienced. As you look around, the first thing you notice is that you can see the sun, and looking at it directly doesn't hurt your eyes or anything like that. But the sun itself is very oddly shaped and is moving very quickly across the sky. You see that when you got there, it was basically dawn, but you think probably within maybe 10 or 15 minutes, it will have gone the entirety across the sky. And so the days on this world must be incredibly short.
Wow. Days on this world must be incredibly short.
As you guys are there, you're looking around and you don't see Ricardo anywhere. And as you look behind you, you don't even see the doorway that you stepped through. You are just in an open field. You can see some grass around you, and you can see what looks like steps everywhere. Like you can see a few, you would call them pyramids almost, because they have this very step incline. There's no gradual slopes or anything like that. And as you look around, you kind of look down at yourselves and you notice that your bodies have changed. Instead of fingers and, articulated joints and things like that, your arms have turned into kind of elongated rectangles. And as you look at your body, the same is true about your legs. And Tyrion, as you look over at Cadence, her head is kind of cuboid. And as you look around, you can see trees and things like that around you, but they're perfectly square. There are no curves anywhere in this world.
Are there? Is the sun also square?
Kind of. It has no slopes or anything like that. it looks like it's made up of, probably hundreds, if not thousands, depending on how far away it is, of cubes.
Love it. Love it.
I'm really confused right now, Cadence.
You're
Did you
square.
slip me something when I wasn't looking when you rejoined us?
As you look around, you do
That would
see
be
what
so
looks
much
like
fun.
the unstable portal key, and it's kind of just floating in midair, kind of bouncing on the ground.
The key?
Yeah, the key is
I
there.
would like to jump onto Tyrion and jump off of his shoulders to try and get the
You
key.
go straight through him, as if he's not even there.
I slowly walk
I do
over and
that
grab the
several
key.
times. I run through Tyrion multiple times.
I slowly walk over and pick up the key before Cadence grabs it.
As you get
and
close
is
to it, the
responsible
key
for it.
starts moving and just rushes straight at your face and then disappears.
Do I see it behind me or anywhere?
Nope.
Well, the key's gone. Ricardo's gone, but I'm thankful for that.
As you guys are sitting there trying to figure out what's going on, Dragomir, you
I just realized.
I told you to
No.
wait for the Elias face
I figured out where we were a while ago, but
Okay.
I play this game so often, when I hear the music in the background, it just doesn't register. And I just realized it was playing in the background. I was like,
oh, okay. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Now that Elias
Yeah.
has got that.
Now
and
that
avoid
Elias is
copyright
caught up.
claims. Dragomir, you have spent most of your life kind of evangelizing about the what's the name of the deity again?
Lugoshi.
Lugoshi. You've kind of been evangelizing about the benefits and just absolute love that Lugoshi has for his followers. And you found that the world that you lived on, we first discovered and were kind of blessed with divine purpose, was simply unreceptive to your preaching. So you learned relatively quickly how to open interplanar portals, and you discovered the city of Sigil, the city of doors, and started going to various different worlds preaching about this. And fairly recently, within the past few weeks, you came to this world and found that your magic does not work the way it does on every other world you've been to, and everything is cube shaped, and you've been alone for a couple of weeks, kind of completely unable to figure out what's going on. You have learned a few very basic things. You've learned how to find food. You found
Punch
carrots, and you found that if you punch trees, they eventually explode into small tree fragments. And you learned how to,
And that's how an empire was born.
eat and things like that. So today, though, you felt something strange, like a ripple go through the world. And as you followed it to where the ripple started, you kind of hung back in the shadows, and you saw a man come through and immediately run as fast as he could to a tree line in the opposite direction where you were, and just disappear into a swamp-like area. And shortly afterwards, you saw two other people come through, one of which just kept running through the other person over and over again. And the other one went over and picked up an item that the first man that came through had dropped when he came through the portal.
I have a question.
Yes.
How long have I been here?
Let's say you've been here about a week of the sun going. And again, you've discovered how quickly days go here.
My question.
I love this place.
Am I still short?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I would like to greet these potential followers.
So Tyrion and Cadence, as you guys are sitting there, you see what do you look like normally, Dragomir? Describe your appearance.
My robes are all black without a trace of color. My vestments are dark red, and normally my skin is kind of gray, betraying maybe some drow heritage, possibly. I have one eye, my left eye, that's red, and I am probably very malnourished, and my black hair is slicked back.
Okay.
Sound like a Sith.
Wrong game. We'll get to that one next.
Ooh, yeah.
So
when you find me a lightsaber, I'll do it.
You see a flat version of that description coming towards you.
I draw my sword, long sword.
I try to poke him.
Oh, crap!
I try to poke him, and my finger just goes through. So then I just keep
my
doing
rectangular fists.
So Dragomir, as you get closer, you see one of them kind of raises his fists up as you can in.
Yeah, I put up my hands to show that I'm in good faith, but it looks like, that.
And then the other one comes forward and just starts poking you, which pushes you back. And you've been hurt by some of the denizens of this area, and you've noticed that every time you get hurt, you make the exact same sound. You don't know why. So as she tries to poke you, you make that same sound, but you don't feel yourself getting hurt. This is not lazy writing. It's called parody.
I say, I am Dragomir. I bid you welcome. This is a strange place. I have been here about a week, but the days are noticeably short, and I'm not too fond of the sun. So I've very much liked it, although it has been a little lonely. It is just me and the great Lord Lugoshi. How are you doing?
One other thing you've kind of discovered while you've been here is, you name every world that you come to, and this one you've noticed that kind of the most useful things you can do are digging and building things here. So you've come to call this world Digbuild. I told you.
Yeah. As seemingly as the first inhabitant, I have named this place Digworld.
Digbuild.
Digbuild, thank you.
Digbuild.
The two main things you could do are digging.
Oh, honey,
and
you're
building.
not good at naming things.
I worked on it, and I kind of grew attached to it. I couldn't really think of another name.
Just to clarify, you have not seen anyone else here.
Yes, I actually did. I assumed he was your friend. A little man just came in and ran towards the swamp.
Ah, right.
He's not our friend. He's not our friend.
The opposite direction.
Oh.
No one else, though.
No one else.
Are you trapped here?
If by that you mean I cannot leave, yes, I am.
Do you have a door somewhere?
I built a few doors, but not the kind of door I assume you mean.
I just mean a door.
Just a door.
Yeah. Also,
I have built a few doors. I tried to build a hut once. This green thing blew it up, though. I tried to build a church. A green thing blew that up.
So watch out for green things.
Where do we find the green things?
They find you.
Ooh, okay.
Green things like the trees all around us, or the field we're standing on.
No, they're more... they have 4 legs. They're really creepy.
But
Even for
legally
me.
distinct enough from a copywritten entity so as not to infringe upon said copyright.
Exactly.
So watch out for 4-legged green creeps. Gotcha. We have a way to get out of here if we can find it. We have a key that can be used on a door, but it was just right here, and now I don't see it anywhere once I got close enough. So I don't know what happened to it.
Dragomir, you've discovered that if you hold your hands up in a specific way, a picture appears in front of you that allows you to access items you would normally hold in like a bag of holding or I can't remember, handy haversack that I can't remember who made it. Kind of like that. So
if you want to help us look for this key, I'm not sure where it went.
Well, you
And
might
start
try
making
waving your
swiping
arms like...
motions through Tyrion.
You might, I teach them the motions, which are kind of like... Try doing that. See if that helps.
Are you kidding?
No, not. I'm fully
Cadence,
serious.
as you do that, you see a little picture appear in front of you. It shows a picture of you, and there are these little boxes next to the picture of you that are all empty. And then a set of 4 boxes to the right of your picture that are all empty. And then they have an arrow to another box that's empty. And then a whole bunch of empty boxes below that.
Empty boxes with my picture. Empty boxes in this world.
Hey, Cadence, if I make these gestures, will you stop singing?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'll sing more.
In this form, we are unable to hold things. I believe we somehow take it into our essence. First, I thought Lugoshi was just holding on to things for me, but that seemed rather silly.
Have I ever heard of Lugoshi before?
Make me a history check.
Ooh, can I do so as well?
Yes. Or religion, actually. Make me a religion check.
So that is
And I do a history check.
Nope. Religion.
Okay.
They both use the same stat.
But I'm proficient in history and not religion.
That is a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay.
And that's a natural 1 for a 2.
Okay. So, Cadence, you got no idea what Lugashi... You don't even know if Lugashi is a place, a person. You're just completely
I assume
confused.
it's a pasta.
Yeah. Tyrion, you have never heard of Lugashi from any of the pantheons you have ever experienced on any of the worlds you've been to.
Okay. All right. So, like this...
But
and
you
I
do
tried
recognize that it's supposed to be a god.
Yeah, well, the way he talks about it, like, this is clearly some kind of emo cleric.
No. Clearly pasta.
So I'm like, all right, well, if I'm just like this, and I try the hand gesture.
And you see a picture appear in front of you. And you can see a picture, in the picture, in one of the blank boxes beneath the picture of you, you can see a picture of the key.
I reach for the key.
As you kind of touch it, it appears in your kind of bisecting your hand and sticking out a little bit.
Pretty freaky, right?
This is extremely uncomfortable. Where's your
While
door?
this is happening, I would like to try to open that box, but inside Tyrion. Like, wave my hands through Tyrion and see what happens.
You notice the picture still opens and it kind of blocks your view of Tyrion.
Is it partly inside Tyrion?
It's just in front of your face, so it blocks your view of everything.
This helps no one, and I close it.
So I assume that I have like built a house.
You haven't gotten that quite creative yet. You've dug out a little cave.
Ooh, perfect.
As you guys have been talking, the sun has now finally set. And Degassi, or Dragomir, I'm sorry, Degassi. Now we're a Canadian TV series.
Yes!
You know that at night, bad things start to happen here, and monsters literally appear from nowhere. So you see the moon, the pixelated moon starting to rise.
It's a pixel.
What is a
The
pixel?
cuboid moon starting to rise.
Should we make camp for 5 minutes here, or what?
Actually, we should not, because there are many strange and, to me, they are very cool, but still they do not like me. See, like that sound means that there is a giant spider made of boxes.
It sounds like it just died.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Spiders made out of boxes?
I tried to pet one and it jumped at
I would
me.
like everyone to make perception checks for me.
Why would you try to pet a spider?
I have very strange tastes.
I love
15.
how the sounds you found are the sounds
Jesus
of the
Christ.
mobs dying.
I'm switching to real dice because I just got a 5 total, and that was with a +3. So,
You said perception, right?
Yes, perception. Cadence, you are still blissfully unaware of anything.
there's a freaking
yeah, 15
spider
for
made
me.
out of boxes
Okay.
here.
17 here.
All right, so Dragomir and Tyrion, you guys both kind of look around. You both notice different things. Dragomir, you see one of these very large spiders made of boxes rushing towards you very, very quickly. Tyrion, as you look around, you hear this kind of clanking sound, kind of like bone against bone. And as you look in the distance, you can see a very cuboid skeleton with this very weird thing in its hand. It doesn't look like it should work because you can see these little cubes that are only connected at the corners, and then this kind of cuboid, and they're brown, and then you see this kind of cuboid white thing connecting the top and bottom of this kind of arch thing that it's holding. And then you see it start to pull back, and this other cuboid thing appears on it. And you see a missile of some sort flying directly at your face.
Does it seem like a bow at all? A cuboid bow?
Kind of a cuboid bow. What's your... what is your armor class without armor?
Oh, Lord.
It's just 10 plus your dex mod.
10 plus my dex mod. So... Oh, God. It's 10.
Okay. You take... Math is hard. 13 points of piercing damage as an arrow sticks in you, and you notice it just stays there. And I would like
Do I notice
everybody
that?
to roll for initiative.
Okay. Arrow?
I should probably... All right, Tyrion, what you got?
15.
Cadence.
13.
Dragomir.
16.
And then I have to roll for them.
How many do we see?
I will tell you in just a moment.
Awesome.
All right, Dragomir. Because Tyrion and Dragomir were able to recognize these guys, they're going to be able to act this first round. Cadence, you are surprised for this first round, so you do not get a turn.
Oh, I'm still singing to myself.
Yeah. Dragomir, as you look around, you see 3 spiders running towards you. The first one that is almost on top of you, and then you can see 2 more behind it rushing towards you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, you said none of my spells worked the way I'm used to.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that means none of these creatures have blood.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I was thinking about using
just for reference, I have misplaced my Tal'Dorei campaign guide, so you're going to have to explain any ability you're using from that.
I have it open right here.
Cool.
So
just tell me what the ability is supposed to do, and then I'll tell you what it actually does.
Yeah, Channel Divinity. It's a blood puppet, and starting a second. So basically, I can they make one of the creatures. Are they within 60 feet of me?
Yeah, definitely. Or they'll be within 60 feet of you in less than a second.
Perfect. So they make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And then a smaller creature. The creature must have seen, and I can command them to take an action. I believe that's moving in any direction your choice, and make a that's so I can command them to move half their movement and take an action, mainly an attack.
Okay, so you control them for a single half a turn, basically.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you notice that in general, blood doesn't quite work the way here that it does in normal places. These cuboid spiders made of boxes, you can tell that they have something inside of them that is kind of like blood, but they don't bleed when dismembered or hurt or anything like that. They just kind of fall apart. So what I would like you to do is make me a spell attack roll.
Spell attack roll?
D20 plus your spell attack modifier.
That is a 19.
19. Okay, so sitting there concentrating, you are able to kind of get control over what you feel is kind of similar to blood. You're not 100% sure you can fully puppet master this, but what would you like to try and make the creature do?
If I can't make one of the spider attack his friend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him...
You don't know what you can and can't do. I'm asking, what do you want to try and do? And then I'll tell you kind of what happens by you trying to make it do that.
Mm-hmm. I would like to try and run one of them, preferably the one on the left, right into his friend, so they kind of bump into each other and we have some time.
Okay, cool. Choose even or odd.
Odd.
You know, 9s look a lot like 6s when you're looking at it upside down.
I noticed that.
So as you sit there and you try and make this work, it doesn't work the exact way you were hoping it does. Normally what happens is you literally take control of the blood, which flows through everything. It's everywhere in most living creatures. And by doing that, you can kind of force the limbs and things to move the way you want, very much like a puppet master. When you do this, you feel kind of a core cube of what you would call a blood-like substance that you can control. And as you try to control it, you can kind of pick it up and move the creature and spin it around and stuff like that. But you're not able to control any of its limbs because this blood thing doesn't actually extend there. So you do kind of sit there and run it into this other creature, and they collide. unlike the other creatures that you have been dealing with for some bizarre reason.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that you're controlling kind of explodes into a pile of nothingness, and then you see these little orbs of light sitting there, and then some other, like a little piece of what looks like string kind of just floating there, and this weird looking kind of eye thing just kind of floating there. So one of the spiders has disappeared.
It's
anything
cool.
else you want to do with your turn?
As a bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word on Tyrion.
All right, so as you sit there and you start trying to make this work, it doesn't.
Threats.
You're not sure why, but for whatever reason, it's just not working the way it's supposed to.
Cool. And to end my turn, I would like to just step a little between Tyrion and Cadence.
Okay. Cadence, who's still singing to herself.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Make my
We have
boom,
problems.
boom, my supernova girl.
There's the copyright strike.
Yeah.
That was less than 30 seconds.
And all this work.
Spiders. Spiders come forward. The first one tries to bite Cadence, and she's completely unaware, so it gets advantage. Cadence, what's your armor class without armor?
13.
Okay. It bites you with like a 21. And I rolled really well. No. 15. You take 15 points of poison damage. And the other one goes for Tyrion, since Dragomir kind of walked behind him. But Tyrion's aware. It still hits you, though. That's 9, 12, 17 points of poison damage, Tyrion.
Perfect.
That ends them. Tyrion, you were up next.
All right, so I got a spider right next to me, and I was just shot with some sort of projectile that's sticking out of me.
Yep.
Can I grab the projectile and rip it from my body?
You can certainly try. Make me a strength check. Just straight up strength.
Strength check. Oh, now you roll low. That's great. 9.
You take 7 points of piercing damage as you pull what looks like an arrow now, where you can tell is an arrow, out of you.
Great. I stab it like a dagger or something just into the spider next to me.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Am I proficient with arrow daggers?
I'll say sure.
Great. Not that it matters.
Arrow daggers.
Arrow daggers.
11.
That is just enough to hit it. Apparently, these things don't have very high armor classes as well.
Okay. What damage do I roll, or do I roll any?
Pick a die. Any die. Doesn't matter.
D100.
Sure. Pick a D100. I dare you. Do you have a D100?
I've got these guys right here.
So that is 2D10. You get 1 die, not 2. So roll 1D10.
Whoa, 1d10.
This is when roll 20 is
well, one
great.
is the percentile, and then one is the d10. But I'll roll the d10. Okay. It's 4.
It's 4. You can do 4 plus your strength mod.
4, so 9 damage.
All right, so you sit there, you stab the thing, and it breaks into little pieces. And you see, for a second, you see these little orbs of light that just jump into you. And you feel slightly smarter. And then you see this little piece of string that, again, jumps into you. And then everything's done. Anything else you want to do with your turn? I think you have another attack if you want.
Yeah, is there any other spiders near
Yeah, there's
us?
one that just bit Caitlin's.
Oh.
I wonder what smart feels like. I couldn't tell you.
He's not that dumb. Am I in melee range based on experience with that other spider?
If you want to be. It's like 5 feet away.
Then I'll try the same thing against that spider.
Go for it.
So is that the attack roll?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're playing loose and free with the rules here.
So if 11 was just enough,
Mm-hmm.
this is now 10.
10. As you sit there and strike it, you hit the cuboid body instead of the eye, and the arrow breaks.
Sorry, you're on your own. And I toss the broken arrow.
And then it disappears as soon as you let it go.
And focus my attention back on the skeleton thing that hit me.
Okay. Well, it's the skeleton's turn.
And I'll actually try and close some of the distance.
Okay. So you see, as you get closer, you see it's not one skeleton, it is 4 skeletons.
I stopped closing the distance.
And all 4 of them take their bows and fire at you 4 times. It's 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, not 1. So a grand total of... Oh, math is going to be hard. 8 plus 11 plus 11.
So
30.
30 damage. Okay.
And you have 3 more arrows sticking out of you.
Well,
More weapons!
great. Okay.
All right, so normally it'd be Cadence's turn. Cadence is still surprised by the fact that the spider bit her. So we go back up to Dragomir.
Okay.
You
So
now are a little bit more aware of the battlefield. There's 1 spider left, and then you can see 4 skeletons that have turned Tyrion into a pincushion.
okay, I run up in front of Tyrion, and I cast this using my last channel divinity of the day. I would like to cast Destroy Undead.
Interesting. Okay.
Let me pull it up right here. Starting at 5th level.
I know how Destroy Undead works.
Yeah, clerics are. I'm a little rusty on
It's
clerics.
kind of a cleric-y thing.
A little bit.
Yeah. So you watch as Dragomir gets... Dragomir, I want you to, due to the fact that your deity has kind of an undead lean to him, I want you to kind of describe how this works. You know, what exactly happens for you to destroy this undead?
Yeah, so I run up and get in front of Tyrion. I pull out my holy symbol and showing
and what's the holy symbol look like?
Well, I drew a little bad picture.
Pictures are good.
Yeah, it's
it's kind of like an ankh.
It may be a logo from it may be a logo from another RPG that I don't want to,
We're going to call it an Egyptian ankh because that is not a copywritten entity and looks very, very similar.
Yeah, exactly. And may remind you of other
so you watch
things,
him take this thing out and hold it up. And
showing
what happens?
Showing my dominance over these lesser undead. They're still
that have
cool,
no blood. You do know these have no blood in them.
Mm-hmm, yeah. They're still cool, but the real true path to salvation and Lugoshi's guidance is the most awesome undead ever, which are vampires. Duh.
Okay.
So, and I say, you guys were pretty cool, but let's see what happens when you feel Lugoshi's darkness. Boop. And I cast Destroy Undead.
Okay. What what? Just
Do you
describe
say
it as
Bo-
if it were a movie. Describe what happens. Does blood rush out? Does darkness come? How does this work? Go full. Bryan Singer on this.
It's like a pulse of like from the Ankh, a pulse of like crimson, like a ring, like just pulses out. A red crimson ring pulses out. Looks a little weird with the cubes, but yeah, it's like very kind of like the orbs.
Yeah, you see this ring of cubes just kind of go out, and as it impacts these skeletons, you watch them just kind of go klump, 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 and then you see these little floating bones where they used to be. And next to two of them, you see little floating arrows.
Ooh.
However, as you do that, you feel drained a little bit. You do take 9 points of necrotic damage.
9.
As the 9. As the blood that kind of came out to destroy these undead came from your body. So you actually powered this by using your own blood.
Totally worth it.
I agree. Thank you. And then I collapse in exhaustion.
I
There's
still
still
have a spider.
Yeah, we still have problems, but it's okay.
And
we'll
it's
take
your
that.
turn now, Collapsy.
I get back up and look
McNerdson.
for problems.
What did you say?
I get back up and I look for problems.
There's a spider that's still chomping down on Cadence.
I got 99 problems and a spider is one.
Am I in limping distance?
Sure.
I limp over and just attempt to punch the spider into oblivion.
Okay.
Into oblivion.
Make an attack roll with just your strength mod.
12. That's somehow higher than my previous attack.
Okay,
roll.
so you come over and you go, make another attack roll for me.
Another attack roll.
I don't want you to succeed.
Well, it's the spider's turn next, so
13.
My new friends are
That's
weird.
fine. I want to hit the spider that hit me.
okay. Well, you watch as Tyrion comes over and just like pop, spider disappears.
And then I collapse again.
Okay.
I collect all of the stuff that came from the spider.
You have an eyeball. You have a little piece of string.
I would like to hold the eyeball as close to holding things as I can in this form and scold it for biting me. And because it was very rude.
It seems unaffected.
I feel better.
So as you guys are kind of standing there recovering, you hear this.
Actually, really good. It's really accurate.
Slowly get back up. Is there no
It's gotten
safe
dark
place?
enough now that you're having a hard time seeing, especially without dark vision.
Is there no safe place in this world? Or is it just endless fights for as long as night lasts?
I do have a cave.
Take
That
us there now,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, I would agree. Although, be careful.
Tyrion, you're supposed to woo people nicely. You don't just come out and say, take me back to your cave.
I wasn't aware it was that kind of offer, but we'll talk later. And I kind of pick him up and I imagine it looks super weird. Just kind of. Yeah.
You just said, we'll talk later, and you picked him up to bring him back to your cave.
We gotta go. I don't know what you're inferring.
So
yeah, I would like to help him stand as much as I can. And
I can still walk,
find
but
every
I'm
time you
just
try to touch him,
clear pain.
you either punch him and push him further back, or go through him.
oh, that's very weird.
Yeah, you haven't interacted with other people before. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just,
wow.
Just lead the way.
Okay. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, right this way. And I lead them to my humble abode.
As we go, I start giving Tyrion advice on how he's supposed to go about picking up people.
Okay.
I know how to pick up objects. I'm assuming picking up
And-
people is exactly the same way.
I'm also
No, Tyrion, no.
I'm also a priest. So
Now, one thing
that's-
you have found, Dragomir, is eating food actually works very similar to how your healing spells used to work.
Do I have any food left at the cave?
Yeah, you've got some carrots, some potatoes.
Pork chops?
What?
Do I have any pork chops?
How about
you have raw
coconut?
pork. You haven't quite mastered the art of, like, you see fire. You haven't quite figured out how to make fire cook things for you
Okay,
yet.
cool.
You're still working on that.
Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, when we get there, any food that I have that would get him get him up and running again, I would give to Tyrion.
So you watch as
Also,
Dragomir
Caden?
goes over and you see what looks like a very cuboid treasure chest. He goes over and you hear this and you see him stand there for a little bit, and then he comes over to you and he kind of just pukes out a bunch of potatoes at you.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
It's okay. I just pulled it from this chest. It's okay. You should.
It looks like you vomited this flat food to me.
They do
What?
now
This is a
appear
really
in your...
weird mating ritual.
No way. Wait a minute. It looks like I'm barfing when I pull things out of this chest.
No, well, after you pulled them out of the chest.
I've been doing that this whole time.
I have
Wow.
no idea what you've been doing this whole time.
I've just been pulling things out every time I pull this out this chest. Apparently, I barf things.
Whenever...
I've been doing that for a week. It's
I
crazy.
don't know. We're safe here, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
poke one of the potatoes.
The potatoes disappear once they interact with Tyrion.
So yeah, so he's consumed.
Oh,
them.
so I've absorbed his vomit
Oh.
already.
Yes.
Awesome.
If you open up your picture, you can
Yeah,
see them in your
Open my
picture.
picture.
Not yet. You have to chew. Just kidding.
What?
We're not able to chewing, and you have to chew your food.
Great. Is there a reason that you have given me food instead
Yes,
of just
they-
like
they-
bed rest?
They will heal your wounds.
Oh, I would
Oh.
like some food. Can I have some of that vomit, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He
You're
does the same thing to you with carrots.
Well,
So I reach for potatoes in the picture.
Yep. A potato appears in your hand.
I attempt to eat it normally.
You hear this, and then it disappears.
That's
And
a
another
weird
potato
animation.
appears in your hand. You start feeling slightly better. You watch as your wounds start
I
to
keep
close.
eating potatoes as my wounds close. Do these have taste at all?
They're raw potatoes.
They don't, actually.
They don't have taste. Great.
I don't know.
Then
I
I
don't
never
know
get
if you've
tired of
ever
eating
tasted
raw
a raw
potatoes.
potato, but it is quite literally flavorless.
yeah. Is there any food left for me?
You've been collecting quite a bit.
Okay, yeah. I would like
You
to heal.
you'll basically use the last of it to heal yourself here, because you weren't expecting guests. But you had enough for all three of you guys. And again,
I would
you've gotten decent at learning how to get food. And again, you have some ham steaks in there from killing pigs. You found pigs were remarkably easy to kill.
I would like to take the steaks and put those in my inventory.
Okay.
And I would like to eat the last potato.
Okay.
Do I have any leftover food by the time I feel completely healed?
Because of how much damage you took, no.
I took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So
Do I
is
have
that,
any
do I
leftover
get
like in
completely
half a
healed?
heart.
I did have 1 health left after that.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
Wow. Do
Is
I
there-
have any carrots left?
You have 2 carrots.
Cool.
You didn't take as much damage.
Did I manage to heal all my wounds with all the food? Or
Yeah,
did
you're
not
full
quite? Okay.
I took 9 points. Am I full up?
Yep, you're full up. Everybody's
Thank
full
God.
up.
All right.
So as you guys are in there, you start seeing light peeking through the strange windowless window of the door, or glassless window of the door. And you hear this sound.
Oh boy. Sometimes they try to knock. The first time I thought they were a guest, and I opened
as
the
you
door
look
for them.
out, you see these strange cuboid zombie-like creatures that are completely on fire.
That worked out.
That's awesome.
That means they could also light the door on fire.
No, they're further out.
They could.
Not
They were
right at the door.
close. So we're good.
You're looking through the little window opening in the door.
Oh yeah, speaking of doors, and I take the portal key out of my picture and try to use it on the door.
You suddenly feel very, very strange as all of you kind of see these words appear at the bottom of your vision. And it says, the Endinger dragon has not yet been defeated.
I'm sorry, the what?
There are dragons here?
They're dragons? I don't know. Don't look at me. I just,
You've been here a week.
yeah, but I don't know, and I haven't seen any dragons or anything. Just trees, pigs, skeletons, spiders, zombies.
We should go
So-
find the dragon.
A lot of enemies, but no dragons.
No,
Let's go find the dragon.
I'm good.
Tyrion, it's a dragon. Let's find the dragon.
I try the key again.
You again see the same message. The Endinger dragon has not been defeated.
and we're all seeing the same message.
Yep. Every time he says that, it says this weird word you've never seen before. Admin appears before those words. You're not sure what it means.
I turn to Dragomir. Did you say your god was named Admin?
No. My god's name is Lugoshi, father of the night.
That's a god? I thought it was a pasta.
It's
But this
a god.
pasta.
Pot? Wow. Okay.
Oh, we have a great world
Have
to introduce
you
you to.
ever
I'm sure
heard of
that
a
Tyrion
god
would
called
love to make you
Admin?
to Italian food for dinner one night.
Is it some type of wine?
He knows wine. He doesn't know pasta.
What a curious fellow you are.
I never drink. Why?
Have you ever heard of a god named Admin?
No, never. Should I make a religion
You should
check?
take him for Italian
Sure.
food sometime.
Go making a religion check.
This is your in, Tyrion.
My what?
18.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, then I'm confused. Do you have another door or something?
That it's a cave. I just have the one door, one way out.
Uh-huh.
I think you guys are missing the bigger picture. There's a dragon here.
I'm totally down to fight the dragon with you guys.
Oh, the three of us against a dragon. Is it a small dragon? What did this message say? And I try the key again just to read the message again.
It says the Endinger dragon has not been defeated. Which is legally distinct enough to not infringe upon a copyrighted entity.
I feel like Ender Dragon probably isn't copywritten.
I don't think so either, but I'm hedging my
Yeah,
bets.
tiptoeing.
That's why
Just be
the
safe.
music is playing, because I really don't think Minecraft is going to copyright claim me. Which doesn't matter actually, because YouTube already demonetized my channel. So
Well, if I were to try and fight a dragon just to escape this
or I'm
weird
sorry, not
place.
Minecraft. Digbuild.
Digbuild, excuse me.
Of course.
If I were
Yeah,
interested
you get it wrong.
in defeating a dragon just to escape this weird place, I can't do that without all the gear that seemingly disappeared when I entered this world.
This is true. And
Take
also,
hits so
What do you
easily.
have in your trunk? Do you have any junk in your trunk for Tyrion?
what?
Your chest.
I don't. Do I have any weapons or
Not
anything
yet.
in there?
You're
I think
still
so.
learning. Like there are no tutorials or anything. Like no one
Yeah.
has taught you anything. So it's been pure experimentation as far as like you were happy when you figured out how to punch trees,
Mhm.
and then you
Yeah,
found
fun.
out that if you took the broken tree bits and you put them into that little square next to you in the picture that appears, you could turn them into sticks. And
Mhm.
then you were wandering around one day and you found some rocks that had some black specks in them. And since they were different, you punched them. And they dropped these little kind of teardrop shaped black things. And through just random experimentation, you found out if you put sticks with the black things on top of them, they made torches. And torches have been lovely. You can put them up in your room and they make sure that,
Yeah. Normally,
zombies
I
don't
don't like
spawn
fire
there.
or the sun, but I do admit,
That's as far as you've gotten right now. Is
okay.
you've discovered sticks and torches. It's weird though because the torches are obviously on fire, but like you put the ham over them and it doesn't cook it.
He's discovered sticks and stones.
And you found they
So
generally do not break your bones.
But
I was thinking about it. I'm like,
Vicious
how can I
Monsters
how can I capitalize on that? I'll just skip it. But well done. But so. And I do admit it will be hard because I normally have access to healing magics, but unfortunately here this place doesn't really work. They don't really work. We only
Well, as
have
long as we carry more of this food with us, I think we'll be fine.
absolutely
Can
I
you
have
give me some more so that I can heal myself when I need to?
yes. How many steaks do I have in my
You only have
inventory?
2.
Two.
The ham thing is new.
Mm-hmm.
You recently.
I give one. Okay, I give one to Cadence and I give one to Tyrion.
So you guys have this raw meat.
So yes, well I do admit it will be hard. I
It's
do
actually
hate this.
quite soft.
Caden says, I bet it will be.
Well,
We both went different directions with that joke.
But it's somehow in the same genre.
so I do admit, facing a dragon right now we will be at a disadvantage.
So you
However,
haven't done any weapons.
I have been waiting to leave because I do not like the sun, and while the days are shorter here, I can only move around outside during the day, and it sucks.
Great. Well, unless you know of another way, this is the only way I know how to get out of here.
Mhm.
So
Same.
if we need to defeat the dragon, we need to find some weapons and preferably some armor or other things like dragon killing things.
That is true. I did have a shield and a warhammer, although I wasn't very good with the warhammer and the dagger.
Yeah, all of your
I do
equipment
have
disappeared
spells.
when you got to this world.
Oh yeah, I had swords and
I mean,
axes
you can
and
see it. You can see,
armor.
like Tyrion, you can see your sword sheathed in its sheath on your hip, kind of wrapped around your body, but it looks painted on.
I reach for it again.
It's just painted on there. It is decoration.
I try to scratch it off of my paint.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I think
You think you probably need a separate program to change the appearance of your avatar.
She's got this weird voice in my head that used a bunch of words I didn't understand, but
You must worship the god Admin. And maybe they will bestow upon you the gifts.
Lugo, she's way cooler.
so
Just saying.
I believe you.
Cadence believes that all gods are dead.
If you don't know how to,
That is true. Lugoshi is dead, but he's still around.
He's not really dead. He was dead. Now he's undead.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how I kind of classify undead. It sounds
is
cool too.
just alive. But so if you don't know where to find weapons, do you know how to make weapons in your Digbuild?
Never tried making weapons before.
You did find something unique once. You put, instead of just putting one thing of this wood into that little box, you've just filled the whole thing with wood, and it made this shape, this thing that you didn't recognize.
Shut up, Ilea.
And and because you didn't recognize it, you just ignored it. But you have seen one thing that you have not tried yet.
I tell this information to my new friends. But maybe we can try that. Also, before we go dragon hunting, would you like to go and find your friend? I saw him, or your not friend. Am I correct?
No.
Okay. I saw him run off in the swamp. Maybe he has some information. Maybe.
Did you see him with weapons?
Did I see him run with weapons?
No.
No.
Then I'm not concerned at all.
We can just kill him the next time he shows up.
All right.
I tried killing him several times and it didn't stick.
Well, you guys wouldn't let me kill him the first time when we auctioned.
Yeah, apparently leaving him in weird worlds like this doesn't stick either, so we're going to figure something out at some point.
Interesting.
So wait, you made a box or something?
It was like a weird. There was a box. I clicked on the. I mean, I interacted with the box, and and there were and it was like a weird chart kind of thing, like a few squares, and I could place the squares, and I could place stuff in the squares, but they didn't come up with anything. So maybe that leads to something.
Well, whenever I do the gesture and see a picture, I see loads of squares.
Right. These are different kind of squares. They are.
Oh.
I'm trying, from my Minecraft days, I'm trying to remember how many squares there were.
It's 3x3.
There's 9 squares, 3x3. It's in a box, and you can take things and put
And then
stuff
there's
in
an
them.
arrow and then a single square.
Okay, so first you have a box, and then you put junk in that box. Then what do you do with the box?
You don't do
You
anything.
need to open the box.
You're trying to make this sexual. I'm not an idiot.
I'm not sure how
I
that was
may
sexual, but-
not know what pasta is, but I'm not an idiot.
When we get back, we're going to take you to a pasta place.
You know what? I'm
All
curious.
right, so I have
Okay.
this rule: if you break the DM, you get rewarded. You broke the DM, so take inspiration.
Who broke the DM?
Dragomir broke the DM with his pasta. Because
Cool,
that
awesome.
was
That's a
hilarious.
That's a D8, or
You get advantage on a single roll or ability check.
And if anyone knows what song I was referencing just there, you get brownie points.
Oh, I of course know what it is, but Tyrion doesn't.
And of course, Wild Bronco using my lovely "You Broke the DM" emotes. Which, if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can have access to that as well. Hashtag ad for me. So I'm not sure if that really counts as a hashtag ad.
All right. Well, like I said, Dragomir, I've got more boxes than that, and I pull out my picture and just try to take the key and put it in a different box, and take the raw meat and put it in a different box, and just try and rearrange. I've got way more than 9 squares here.
no? That is, I have taken to calling that my backpack.
What? Why?
It's because it holds things.
But it's not a backpack.
Why
Well,
wouldn't
it's a
you call it
face pack, maybe because it's in your face.
Why wouldn't you
Sure,
call-
face pack. That works.
What about a bag of holding?
What?
Well, it's not infinite like a bag of holding. Although
Yeah,
bag of holdings
Bag of
aren't that
holding
infinite.
does have limits.
Yeah, it does. It's true. I just realized this. God, I'm homesick. But do I still have the box that I used like the crafting
Box.
bench box? Yeah.
You can make one. Like I said
Oh.
before, you just saw it. You didn't recognize it, so you discarded it and made more sticks.
Okay.
Because
Can I
sticks were
just
useful.
for the hell of it, can I just like try and make one?
Sure. You
Yeah.
make one. You guys see at the end of his rectangle arm is now he's holding this weird box shaped thing that's attached to the end of his arm.
That's
And
weird.
okay, watch this. I put it down.
You put it down. Now you guys can see it grew. It's now about 5 foot by 5 foot.
So it's a growing box. Does that mean it has more squares?
Go ahead and try and punching it.
I punch the box.
It starts to crack.
Oh no! Wait. Okay. Wait. No, not like that.
I stop punching the box.
Try punching with your other hand.
I punch with my other hand.
It starts cracking.
Okay. Wait. I forgot how this works.
I stop punching.
He didn't start poking it.
This is really fun. Like, especially since Elias knows so much more about Minecraft than I would
Oh, I know
ever
exactly
know.
how to progress here, but Tyrion doesn't know.
I agree with Wild Bronco. You guys are now where
Hashtag
you
Dragomir.
the fan art.
I've just
started
shipped
off
with every new player character. In every
that. Aren't we also
version.
shipping you with John, his character?
I'm also a priest, so that makes
That
me.
means nothing.
I don't know.
I mean, but that adds
Great.
that adds a little tension to the fan fiction.
I'm a soldier too. What is a fan fiction? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'll explain later.
Well, maybe when we go
Cadence
get
knows
close.
exactly what fan fiction is.
You got it. Hey.
Cadence knows what fanfiction is.
Cadence has started writing fan fiction about the two of them.
I'm gonna go up to the
On,
box
like, a
and
square
make
piece
a
of paper with,
gesture
like,
in
the
front of the
block.
box.
Okay. You do that, and the picture appears. But as you get
The
close
same
to
one.
it, yeah, the normal picture that you're used to. As you get close to it, you realize that punching is not the only way you can interact with this world. You get the feeling that you can punch things, or you can try to interact with them using a slightly different gesture.
I just get a hunch to use a slightly different specific gesture.
Yeah, it's like you caress things, and then...
Oh, I caress the box.
So as you caress Dragomir's box...
No, oh man, come on.
a different window appears, and you can see...
Don't worry,
the
there's no
six-
junk in this box.
You can see the six, the 3x3 squares, and then the arrow, and then the other square.
Okay, so this is what you were talking about. I see it now, but there's still
Right.
not a lot of boxes here.
Yeah, you have like I think it's like a pattern thing. You have to like put certain things in a certain pattern in the boxes to the left, and that affects the boxes to the right.
Dragomir, you also notice on this screen there is what looks like the picture of a book.
Ooh. Can I click it?
As you touch it, your kind of picture shifts and grows a little bit longer, and you see all these different items. Some of them are red. Some of them are have kind of just a normal gray background. Which, for those of you wondering, that's new in update, I don't know, 1.10.
Yeah, it's a recipe book.
Wow, I have not played Minecraft in years.
They have a recipe book now.
Oh,
Specifically because you guys are taking way too long to figure out how this works. So I'm like, we're adding the the server just got upgraded to 110.
yeah, we just updated. You know, we didn't even have
Praise
to
admin.
restart the server. It was great. But
Wait till you guys get to the the glitched out section from the update.
So I try reading more. I try reading.
So you can see a bunch of different items because you've gotten stone before, and you've gotten a couple
You've
different
gotten
things.
stone
You've learned to punch a lot of things, and you're starting to see things like a pickaxe. You can see a sword, an axe, a shovel, and you see you can make them out of a combination of sticks and different materials. You can make them out of wood, and right now you can make them out of stone.
Oh, I have a strategy guide here. It's
A what?
it's
What?
like it tells me what formations, what makes what. So depending on the formations you put on the
It's
boxes
almost
to
like
the left,
it's like a book full of like recipes.
a cookbook.
There we
I
go.
found a cook.
Nice.
I'm horrible at cooking. Sorry.
One of the other
Well,
things you
this
find is this strange stone object that has fire in it.
Whoa.
I want this.
And
Oh, and
you
everyone can see
think
this?
that has been your issue with harnessing fire, is that you haven't been using this particular item.
Oh. This answers so many of my questions.
So you found a cookbook. Is this a stove? And I try putting the raw meat on the squares.
No, it's not that. That's not the stove. I think we have to
Toss
make
fireball at it.
the what?
Everybody makes dexterity saving throws.
That is a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Dexterity saving throw. That
8.
is a 22.
Okay. Cadence, roll 8d6.
8d6. I'm doing that in the app. 31.
Tyrion Dragomir, you take 31 points of fire damage. Cadence, you take 15.
Cool.
As an explosion happens and the roof of your cave disappears, and you see little bits of little small dirt cubes just litter the floor, and you can now see sunlight through the top of your cave because you no longer have a roof on your cave. It's also
Question.
slightly bigger now, and there's
Question.
a hole in the ground, and
Is the ham cooked?
no.
Ow.
Okay, that wasn't how to cook the ham. Anyone else know how to cook ham?
Not like that.
Well, I was trying to before you blew us up.
I am in pain.
I didn't blow us up, and like my eyebrows are and hair is all weird directions.
Sure.
Great. I don't know how to use this thing, man.
I mean,
Tyrion, you notice on the side of your little picture of a book as well.
the thing the cookbook looked like a book. I clicked on it. There's a bunch of stuff in
A
there.
lot of fives
What is-
and sixes. Damn.
What is clicking?
Like,
What do you mean you clicked?
reaching for it. I call it because it makes a little click noise. The click.
While
I
I'm
reach for the
talking, I
book.
start eating a carrot.
All right, you see the same thing. You see all these different items, and as you click on them, the
Do you think I can get one of those steaks back? Because I am bloody.
Are you going
hand
to
him a
eat
steak.
raw steak?
okay, you have the steak.
I do?
Yeah, Tyrion comes over and barfs it.
Oh,
at
thank you. Thank you. I'll see if we can cook it first.
Well, I
Well-
just tried.
Let's try something else with a bit of more caution.
Yeah, no fireballs.
And
Please.
also, I might need to find a new cave. And also, the sun is out. Great. But hey, at least I got new friends.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, Tyrion, it's okay. Sometimes it starts as friendship and develops into more.
All right, I see a
Again.
picture of a sword
Yep.
here, but I don't know. Like, it's showing me sticks, it's showing me stone. I don't have any of those things.
Yep. Dragomir told you about the whole thing where if you put wood into the little 4-box on your regular little picture thing, they turn into sticks. So you know how to make sticks.
Right, I need wood and I need stone, though. Dragomir, do you have any of that?
Do I have any of that?
Sure.
Yeah, I do. I give Tyrion everything he needs.
So,
All right, so referencing
Yeah, you
pictures,
do.
I try to construct a sword.
you create a
Stone.
stone sword.
That's pretty
Nice.
cool.
I think you can make a shield too. I just can't remember how.
I don't
It
remember how
involves
either.
wood too.
I attempt to make a shield if it's
Added
not red.
shields to Minecraft?
They did.
What?
You can
What?
dual
I'm
wield
so-
too.
What?
It doesn't do anything if you put a sword in your offhand, but you can put a shield in your offhand, or you can put torches in your offhand and just torch.
What?
It's super cool.
Cool.
In Digbuild.
Man, I need to download it again.
Or on Wednesdays, there's this weird show called Winecraft Wednesdays on twitch.tv/Winecraft Wednesdays. But
Like
you'd have to
it,
not be
drop.
watching My Totally Awesome RPG show to watch it, so most people choose to watch My Totally Awesome RPG show.
Am I able to make a shield?
Sure.
I feel like I should do something on Wednesdays.
Again, I can't remember the recipe for shield. I could barely remember the recipe for swords. Like, I was super happy when I figured out how to make diamond weapons and armor.
Yeah.
And then I
Speaking of
found
armor-
out there's this enchanting thing. No idea how that works. There's emeralds
Yeah.
or sapphires involved, I think.
And potions, and it's like, what?
Mm-mm.
Apparently, you
I
need
have
wood
not
planks.
learned how potions work.
Neither have I, no.
You need wood planks, iron ingots, wood planks, 3 wood planks, blah blah blah.
Okay, no
Basically,
looking
a
at
lot
the
of
wiki.
wood.
You do not have a wiki.
We're consulting admin here, not wiki.
Okay.
Telling you guys.
I'm sorry, I
So,
have a stage background. I
You guys,
looked for where it
you guys are
actually
no
was
longer
located.
really safe where you are right now. However, you are starting to understand how to build, things like planks, so you could build your own home if you wanted to. You now know how to build a door. You found a door, Dragomir, and that's how you put a door in.
I
But now you
found
know
it.
how to build them, and you know how to use stone to make basic weapons and tools.
And I know how to destroy caves.
Yes, and you know how to destroy caves.
Is there any way to make armor?
Can you make stone armor? I thought it was only
No.
you had to have metal.
No, you can make leather armor
Yeah,
or
leather.
iron armor.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't have any leather.
Okay.
He's only.
Hey, do you
killed
have any
one
leather
pig.
or iron?
The what? Sorry?
Do you have any leather or iron? Or gold or diamonds?
I mean, I've only killed pigs and things like that.
So no.
Well, I don't believe so.
Right. Well, no armor for us, but there's a way to make weapons, and I show them where I found the weapon recipes
Mhm.
as I
Everybody's
use
got a
planks
sword,
to.
a pickaxe, a shovel,
Mhm.
and an axe.
And I start using planks to try and patch the roof.
It doesn't take too long. You're able to do that. Kind of clashes with the dirt, but
Yeah, I'll take it. It's dark. I will take it.
Sword, pickaxe, shovel.
axe.
Thank you.
So in order to make armor, I'd rather avoid leather armor here and just go straight for iron. Do you know where iron is?
I assume it's over. I assume we'd have to go near a mountain for that. I've seen some weird, like kind of weird colored boxes. You know, like the ones with like the stone boxes with the black spots. I've seen like pink ones. I tried punching it. It doesn't end well.
Calling
But-
them weird is racist.
Are we not in a cave?
We are in a cave, yes.
It's dirt. You're surrounded by dirt.
Well, I
Though
guess we
with the
should find them.
explosion, you would see some. You would see some stone at the very bottom because she kind of blew out the floor too. So you would see a few blocks of stone at the bottom.
Now there's going to be a weird step. I'm going to trip over it until I get used to it. But it's okay.
Well,
it's okay. I'm not complaining. It's
You
It's
can
for
patch
the-
that.
the sake of science.
Stay here anymore. It doesn't matter what I do to your cave. You're leaving here once we kill the dragon, apparently.
also a great point.
But we
Or
need
we
to
all
be
die.
safe until that happens.
Yeah, I won't need this cave anymore.
As you guys are talking, you notice through the doorway that night has fallen.
I say that we wait for day again, try and find that pink stone, and see what we can do.
All right. Oh. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes they try to break down the door. But
Are they trying to break down the door?
No, you
Okay.
guys kind of look through and you can see
I have
zombie
it.
things outside.
Hi!
Tyrion, you also see a few skeletons. They fire a couple shots at you, but miss because of the door.
they're not
Racing.
very smart.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Hopefully the dragon isn't either.
All right. As you guys wait another like 15 minutes, the sun comes out. These zombies and skeletons kind of burst into flames.
Would this be considered a long rest?
That's a good question in Minecraft
let's say,
land. I mean,
let's say you need
Digbuild
a
land.
bed for a long rest.
Got
You
it.
call it
Okay.
a
And I
short
assume I
rest.
haven't got that far.
Short rest, you say?
Yeah, it's a short rest.
All right, let's
Okay.
give me a second.
We're gonna roll some D. We're gonna roll some hit dice. That's
not a D10.
7. And remind me how short rest works. Hit dice work again. We can spend as much as we want, and then we
Yep,
get them back at
spend
the end.
as much as you want. You get technically half of them back on a long rest.
Oh, okay.
And you add your Constitution modifier to everyone that you roll, as far as how many hit points you gain.
Got
Oh,
it.
I forgot that.
Yes. Con affects your hit points, and it affects your hit dice.
Con!
And your drunkenness.
It also, it's
And-
what you use for poison
and starting water.
a bunch of other things. Really, like Constitution, there's no skills that use Constitution, but con saves are really common. For exhaustion, for cold damage, for poison damage, they almost exclusively use con saves.
So each dice plus 4?
Yep, each dice plus 4. If you have an 18 Constitution.
All right, cool.
What is your Constitution? I thought it was only 14.
Yes, my constitution is 14, so that's a plus 2.
Plus 2, yep. So each dice you would roll, you would add 2 to it. It's just your Constitution modifier, not your save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand.
All right, so you guys kind of patch your wounds up a little bit.
Yep. All right, take us where the pink rocks were.
I love how I said, well, it's a short rest, and everyone's like, all right, hit points.
But yeah, we kind of took a fireball to the face earlier, so.
A little bit. I was at 9 hit points. So
I only needed to use 2 of my hit die.
I used half of mine.
So you guys head out. As you're traveling, you're noticing other denizens. You see some very block-like cows as you go past. You see some very block-like horses. You see some very cuboid sheep.
I murder all the cows I see.
You murder all the cows you see. So you guys
I
watch as
I would like to feed a carrot to one of the horses.
so as you're going around, Tyrion just will wander off every so often and just beat to death these cows with this stone sword that has no edge. So he just bludgeons these cows. They fall over, explode, and you see him just start collecting things.
Do I collect leather?
What's your
Yeah,
alignment?
you pick up leather and you pick up raw steak.
Okay.
What's your alignment, Tyrion?
Lawful
Question.
hungry.
Neutral. It's technically neutral good. I feel like it's probably close to lawful good at this point. But
Slaughtering animals is not for food, or hunting is not an evil act. I mean, bludgeoning them,
It's just it
it's
was.
a bit of a gray area.
Yeah.
I go for the kill. I'm not out to torture the
Bludgeoning them
cows.
to death
I'm trying to
with
get
a
their
stone
hide and
sword.
their meat.
So yeah, you take out you in this, at least in this area, cows have gone extinct. Cadence, as you feed a carrot to the horse, little hearts appear above its head.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's-
feed my other carrot.
That's
More
weird.
hearts appear. I actually don't know what happens when you feed, other than I know it's part of the taming process, but I think you need a saddle.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So I got no idea. I've only tamed a horse once. I didn't know
You can
it was
tame it with
possible.
carrots, but to ride it and control it, you need a saddle.
Oh,
But
okay.
will it follow
So
me?
this little horse is following you like a little puppy. And I don't care if that's how Minecraft works. This is how Digbuild works.
Hell yeah.
Yay! I'm just very
I'm
happy. I
gonna
don't
get
want to
an
have the
email
horse.
from
It's a
Mojang.
familiar, Ilea.
What?
Check to see if it's a familiar, Ilea. You never know.
Shit.
You never know who's watching.
Another day.
So you guys travel. Tyrion gets, goes on an extinction spree. You finally get to this place where
Good
you
name for
found
Bantor.
that kind of pink stone. All the
Ah,
stone
yes.
looks kind of similar. It's just every so often you'll find some that have specks of something else in it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is what I was talking about.
And you can't break it.
Not with my fist, although this is the first time I've had pickaxes.
Do you want to try a pickaxe?
Of course. And I start this hacking away.
Is this horse called Jerry?
This horse is not cool.
Oh my God.
That is oh my god.
Okay, Patweek, you have inspiration.
You win.
You're not even playing.
For those who
But you
don't know
broke the
about
DM.
our Legend of Zelda,
They don't need to know about
Realms
it.
of Wild, I have a pet lizard in that game named Jerry. What was the name of the fox in our campaign, Vaughn?
Damn it, Jerry!
Oh,
Because I feel like it was Jerry.
So Dragomir, as you sit there going, good, eventually it goes boom, and a little teardrop shaped bit of red drops.
Just so you know, the
I
horse's
take
name is
it.
Larry.
Larry, it's Larry.
Yeah.
Damn it, Larry!
God damn it, Billy Bob. Alright. I take the red drop thinking it's blood.
It has kind of a powdery consistency to it, despite the fact that it won't break apart into powder.
Mm.
It's almost like a dust,
I
and it's
assume
red.
this is what.
So
Is it pretty?
yeah,
I'm
I
not
like
sure
it.
that's.
I
I'm not
like
sure
it.
that's Iron Man. Iron,
Yeah.
comma, man.
No. But I taste it, and then I realized I wouldn't be able to tell the difference because blood kind of tastes like iron.
Also,
So,
we can't taste things here, apparently.
Just potatoes.
This is true.
You're eating uncooked potatoes. Wild Bronco, you know too many things about my different games.
So I hand the iron, presumably to Tyrion.
It is not iron.
Yeah, this is definitely not iron. But I
You
pocket
feel
it.
as you
Anyway.
feel it as he pukes it on you. You feel kind of an energy coming from it.
Mama bird. Ooh, actually, can I hang on to that? If it's not iron, I want to hang on to it.
I start mining for my own stuff.
Okay. So you get some stone. You eventually, as you dig far enough, you get this. You find this kind of brownish, this rock with kind of brownish flecks in it, kind of tan. And as you break that, you get iron ore.
So actually, can I hold on to the red thing?
You know what? Why don't you help Cadence get the iron she just found?
Mm-hmm.
I'll mine out the rest of this red stuff.
I want the red stuff.
And I start mining out the red stuff.
I want the red stuff.
Guys, just to be honest,
I want the red stuff.
Elias knows the red stuff really well.
Yeah.
Elias does.
I start mining.
Just curious.
I start
Okay, yeah.
mining directly to Tyrion.
Well, you are
No big
already mining. You found an iron vein. And,
That's nice. I want the red
Vein.
stuff.
That's what you're doing.
I go and help assist Cadence
Okay.
in any way, shape, or
So
form.
you guys get a decent amount of iron. It is you guys are going at this kind of so focused you don't realize that it is now night.
Do you have any torches on you there, Dragomir?
I do, and I hand one to each of them.
Okay.
I wall off this little makeshift cave we've carved out of the mountain until
Tyrion, you've learned how to adapt to this world quite quickly.
it's quite called survival skills.
His survival skills are clearly stronger than mine.
Actually, they're not, but in this particular case,
We have a limited amount of time for this game, guys. I was kind of hoping for Elias to just take the reins here.
I'm trying to be in character here.
That's
okay?
perfectly fine. You can take inspiration for being so in character.
The woe.
As the voice inside your head is going, just do it this way, I can create the redstone paths. You're like, I can get the obsidian if I just do some strip mining. I'll have diamond. Yeah, you watch as Tyrion just takes blocks of the stone you guys have been digging and just stacks them up and basically entraps you guys. And then puts some torches out so there's some light. And Cadence, at first you're a little bit worried because you're going to run out of oxygen. But it doesn't seem to happen for some bizarre reason.
At first, I start saying something to myself that sounds to the human world alarmingly like the cask of Amontillado. But then I'm like, it'll be fine. And I start playing with my fire.
Okay.
I'm trying to make the figure 8.
I'm standing very I'm standing very far away from the fire. I mean, I understand I need it in this world, but I don't like fire.
Okay.
While we're waiting for day, I make one of those building boxes.
Okay.
And to the other two people, they just see me stare at it for a long time and occasionally move my arm. And I'm going to tell you what I'm doing.
Okay. That's fine.
I wave my block arm in front of his block face.
He seems completely enwrapped in caressing his box. And you think, I mean, just, out of politeness, you think it's probably nice to just look away while he caresses his box. Maybe wall him off.
I with the boxes that we get from mining, I form a little room so he can have some privacy.
I don't give him any privacy because if he dared to do that in my presence, he doesn't deserve any privacy.
All right, so
Sure, that's your thing.
Tyrion,
I'm
are
just
you just gonna
backing
whisper
up.
it to me, or
Backing up.
Or did you message it to me?
Zelda sound you just heard was me.
I gotcha.
While he does
With
this,
your
I start saying a poem
with your
that sounds
question,
like
let's
Annabelle
just say you succeed, for time's sake.
What? Okay, cool. So then eventually, I turn around, see that I'm walled off, and break through the wall.
Well, there is a wall. It doesn't completely cut off. There's just like
Yeah, I
something
didn't
that
like
cuts
tr-
line
I
of
didn't
sight.
like
Okay.
And
trap
Cadence
you.
is sitting in the opening, staring at you.
All right. Hello. Is it day?
You don't know. You are completely walled off from anything that could tell you if there's sunlight outside.
Well, I was asking Cadence and Dragomir. Or
Is
You
it day?
can't see Dragomir. He's hidden from you.
I guess we don't know yet.
I look up.
Sometimes people don't like it when you decide to have a private.
Hey, I
around.
was just making stuff, okay?
Oh, I know you were making stuff.
Oh, could I have also tried to make, well, let's see. How much iron did we collect collectively, and how much leather did I collect from all the cows?
Let's say you collected enough to do whatever it is you want to do.
Make a full set of iron armor.
Sure.
For everybody. For everybody.
Yeah.
Here, look. I made armor for all of us.
Ooh.
You all
Very
look
kind, thank you.
like the Tin Man with a face hole cut out.
Yes. Yes, Wizard of Oz.
Do we have our normal ACs now?
Sure. Pretend that you're wearing what is it? Chainmail, I think.
Oh God.
I
Okay.
usually have
That's-
chainmail. Yeah.
What is
That's
chainmail?
That's what is that? That's 15.
AC 16.
16.
If you have a strength lower than 13, your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
Ugh.
So I can only move 20 feet.
Yeah.
Instead of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm.
That's what you got. If you want, he also has enough that you could make leather armor, which would
I would like
sorry.
to make leather armor.
I would like
And-
leather armor.
Well, I just hand him the stack of leather that I have
You guys figure it out.
and check
Does this mean
to
that
see
they're
when
all
it's day.
heartless? No.
I'm
Well,
basically
and, can I
going to
also
just
make a
remove a
shield?
block, see if it's night, and then
Sure.
replace it until it's day.
Yeah, Tyrion, you break one of the blocks. It's morning.
All right, my
Dragomir, you're
AC
able to make
is-
an iron shield.
My AC is back up to a whopping 13.
And you can have
Whatever version it
leather. Treat leather armor as just standard leather armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the shield.
Do you not have a dexterity modifier?
Nope, it is 10. My score is 10.
Oh yeah, I remember looking at your character sheet and seeing you
Yeah.
having a 6 in strength. I'm going a low strength cleric. That's a new one.
Yeah. I'm a little malnourished.
It's a miracle you've been able to survive alone this long.
Well,
Well-
when spells are working the way that they're supposed to, blood clerics are dicks.
Mhm. And also, I do have someone watching out for me. Oh wait, no, he's down here.
So
What?
Tyrion, the thing that you described to me, do you put it here or do you wait till you get back to your cave?
Oh, I just have it in my image.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, should we? I don't know. Go look for this dragon at this point. Do we know where it might be?
I've never seen any indication, but there are a lot of places I haven't looked. So
Why don't you take us to the places you haven't looked before?
well, first off, is I haven't gone into that swamp area that you're not.
We don't want to
in.
go into the
We're
swamp
not
area.
going there. Have you gone into the mountains yet?
No,
Mountain sounds like a good place to
I
go.
feel like mountains might have dragons.
not all right. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
I read a story once.
So as you
about
guys
range with dragons.
travel a little bit further, go ahead and make me survival checks.
Do. Using my critical roll dice. 15.
13.
10.
So between the three of you guys, you are able to kind of navigate a little bit. and you come to something kind of weird. You hear this kind of bubbling sound, this bloop, 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 bloop. And as you get closer, you see this large kind of area of red. And you can see smoke every so often rising from it. You can feel heat coming off of it. But you also see it's right next to a waterfall coming off of a mountain. And where they meet, you see this blacker than black cubes that kind of show the edge of where this water and red stuff meet.
I want to go mine some of the cubes.
Okay, so as you sit there hitting it with your stone, you probably would have upgraded to iron now. Pickaxe, the pickaxe breaks.
Tyrion, I need another one.
I make another iron pickaxe for Cadence.
Tyrion had some spares.
I give her a spare.
Oh god.
You don't need oil. Yes, this is true. So you notice that the black, whatever this black cube thing is, seems impervious to these iron.
Tyrion, I need a better one.
I don't have a better one.
Have I seen this type of box before?
No, this is the first time you've been this far.
This type of box. This is great.
But it does look, it looks just very, very dense, is what you get from it. And it has kind of a sheen to it, almost a glass-like finish.
I mean, looking at this recipe book here, it looks like the only stronger pickaxe than an iron one is a diamond one, but I haven't seen any diamonds.
You are familiar with diamonds in general. You know they generally are found deep underground.
Let me clarify. I haven't seen any diamonds while we've been here.
They're probably underground.
What I'm saying
But
is that
they're probably deep underground.
yeah, diamonds exist in other worlds. Dwarves tend to be fascinated with them.
I haven't seen any dwarves.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anybody else, which I am extremely thankful for.
I would like everyone to make me perception checks real quick.
Or
With disadvantage.
Did you say that the inspiration we get is used to negate advantage in this game, or was it a specific die?
There's two kinds of inspiration, which are really annoying. You have a bard can inspire you, which gives you one of their inspiration dice that you can add to your roll. Or you can get what's called inspiration, which is it just gives you advantage or will negate disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Did you gave me
I gave you an inspiration for role playing.
I'm going to use it here.
Okay.
I'm not going to use mine. And I got a 16.
16 with disadvantage?
Yeah. I rolled a 12 and a 15.
Not bad.
I got a 17 with disadvantage.
Wow.
I got...
The other thing I rolled was a nat 20, so I'm really pissed about it.
With no disadvantage, I got a 13.
Okay. So, Tyrion, you're the only one that doesn't see a very weird, tall, kind of pole-like creature with a large, square, green head and 4 little square green feet coming up behind you. And Tyrion,
I'm looking at the rest of the
Dragomir,
book.
you guys are able to react. Tyrion, you are not. You just hear the sound of
Creepy planting, run! And I run.
So you watch Dragomir run off. Cadence, what do you do?
First of all, I would like to acknowledge Patrick. who is trying to inspire Larry.
He's trying to inspire Larry?
Oh yeah, there's a horse.
So
following
has
us.
Larry the horse seen this creature?
I forgot. Can you roll a perception check for Larry?
What kind of bonuses does Larry get on perception?
Is he a
Just
wise
roll
horse?
the d20 and I'll figure it out.
Okay, I rolled a 13.
You know, 13. Let's say where Larry as a horse is a pretty wise horse. Has a +2 to his perception. So he sees the creepy thing as soon as you do, Cadence.
Okay, does Larry run away?
Larry is following you. Larry sees this, looks to you.
Does Larry seem like he wants to run away?
He seems like he wants another carrot.
Lovely. Okay. Well,
Larry
Dragomir
is not
just ran away.
burdened with an overabundance of brains.
So here's
All those
a fun
brains.
thing I can do. I'm going to try and burn this thing because Dragomir just said weird plant monster or whatever. And I went, it's a plant! Fireball!
Makes sense.
Okay. Tyrion, I need
Yes.
Tyrion, Cadence, and Larry.
I'm centering it on the plant thing, not on myself.
The plant thing is right next to you, and it's a 20 radius sphere.
On the other side of the plant thing.
So Tyrion, I need 2 dexterity saving throws.
2 of them.
Since Cadence, you first said I'm centering it on the plant thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how close it
two
was
dex
to
saves
me.
from you and Larry as well.
Okay.
My dex saves are 15
Okay.
and 5.
All right. Cadence,
my-
what's your spell save?
My spell save is 15.
Okay. So Tyrion, you make the first one, you fail the second.
Mine were that is 19 and 25.
You make both. Larry?
And Larry, because I don't know what his dex save is, he got a 17 and a 12.
He makes one, fails one.
Okay.
So the first explosion from the fireball deals 25 damage, or 12 if you saved. The second explosion from the creepy thing deals 22 damage, or 11 if you saved. Cadence, you notice that Larry has kind of popped, and you see a stake and some leather where he used to be.
That's right.
Larry, no! And I pick up his stuff and I run.
Don't die, Larry.
I'm gonna just brush off that multi-explosion.
I
It's
rush back.
gone. The thing isn't there.
I come back.
Great.
Wait, I told you guys to run. Why didn't you run?
I didn't see
I'm
anything until Cadence exploded on me.
I'm going to cast Speak with Dead and apologize to Larry.
As you guys are sitting there, Speak with Dead actually requires a corpse. What we're going to say...
There's a stake! There is a stake! You left
Let's
me.
craft the
sit there,
corpse
you
with the
peek the
crafting
stake
table.
out, you cast Speak with Dead, and you see the ghost of Larry appear there.
I'm so sorry, Larry.
The ghost tries to nudge your hand. It looks like it wants a carrot.
I will feed it a carrot.
As you try to feed it the carrot passes harmlessly through its spectral form.
Hi, Larry.
The great thing is I'm seeing this scene in Minecraft form, so it's
Yeah.
true to sight. I mean Digworld form.
Yeah, Digbuild.
Yeah, right. Um,
I'm not
Okay.
crying. You're crying.
I'm not crying over the horse that you killed. So we should look below ground for diamonds, and maybe that can break the black blocks.
As you guys
saying
are
I have-
standing there,
I have one.
roll me
mistake.
perception checks again.
Oh, great.
Okay.
With a disadvantage or advantage?
Just
Or
regular.
is it the regular?
Straight perception checks.
21.
Natural 20.
Damn.
14.
All right. So Cadence, so Tyrion, you don't really notice much of anything other than as you look down, you can see that the explosions have actually opened up a hole into an underground cavern. Cadence, you look around and out of the corner of your eye, you see a shadow. But Dragomir, with your natural 20, you actually see this strange, really, really tall creature. Its body is incredibly skinny. It has these really long arms, really long legs, and a square head. It is entirely black except for two eyes. And it has this kind of like purple sparkles around it.
Well,
And,
Dragomir is a friend of all things creepy and macabre. So he, not moving, he just goes, "What? Why, hello there, friend."
Oh, that's going to be good.
And as you look at it, it disappears and reappears directly in front of you and starts attacking you. Roll for initiative.
Just him or everyone?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody in plugged into.
Cool.
That's a 7.
Okay. Tyrion?
2.
Wow, you guys are doing awesome. Cadence?
6.
Super cool. It is the Endinger man first. And he goes crazy, just like really, really fast, slamming you and like teleporting around you. So he actually attacks 3 times against you, Dragomir.
This is awesome.
We're going to do 15.
15 hits.
Nat 20.
That misses.
And another nat 20. Wow, that's double nat 20s.
Oh,
I am just going to roll because this is going to take way too long.
It's okay, guys. I'm the guest. It's okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't kill a
Good
guest.
luck with that.
We still need
It's
to
for
kill a guy.
dramatic
3,
effect.
6, 12.
Meanwhile, if you would like to cast
and
us in the
then-
Wizard of Oz, do so in chat now.
54. You take a grand total of 54 bludgeoning damage,
Oh.
Dragomir.
I'm down.
So you watch him fall over, and then you watch as everything he was holding just like explodes out of him.
That's
Tyrion,
Fun.
Cadence, what do you guys want to do? It would be Cadence would be next. Do you have another fireball? Those have worked really well.
they've been great. I
Around his body.
until I go to sleep, I'm out of things at that level. Though I guess I could cast Fireball as a level 4 spell, but I'm going to Thunder Wave it
Okay.
and push it far away. And he's dead now, so I don't care if he's in the blast.
Well, he's unconscious right now. He is not
Yeah.
dead.
So it's fine.
We're still going to stick to that D&D rule.
It's
I break
fine.
all the other ones. He gets a 2.
Everyone must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, his is 2.
I fail.
In fact, I'm relatively certain it's less than 2. Because he is a negative con. So let's just say he fails.
Okay. Everyone who fails.
Dragomir, you take a
two-
death. You take a failed death save.
Cool.
Everyone
Am
who
I in
fails
this?
takes.
No, she.
No.
I'm assuming she's smart enough to aim it.
Yes. It's a 15-foot cube, originally off of
Yeah.
me
So
going in
you
the
would
direction
have
of
to
the
hit Dragomir. You
Tyrion's
can't
on it.
avoid him.
Yes. So I do
but
16
you avoid
damage,
Tyrion.
and the creature is pushed 10 feet back.
This, I imagine like the ragdoll physics just.
Yep. It goes back. It turns towards you, Cadence. It seems less than thrilled. It's still upright.
I would like to hide behind Tyrion.
Okay, Tyrion, you're up.
Tyrion moves.
Okay.
Specifically, grabbing all of Dragomir's stuff first.
Okay. His body is still there, by the way.
Great. But his stuff is like just hanging out, right?
Yep.
Is there
As
anything
you
useful?
walk over it, it just comes into you.
Anything like weapons, extra weapons, or
He had a whole set of armor and iron weapons, so.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna lay down the thing that I built
Okay.
and just try and multi-fire at it.
Sure. Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You need to make
What do
attack
I-
rolls.
Okay.
They're dexterity based.
Dexterity based. That's.
But let's consider you proficient with it.
Okay. 12 to hit.
Has a pretty low armor class. That hits.
Okay. What's the damage on that?
I don't know. 2d6.
2d6 plus dex?
Sure.
Well, that doesn't even matter for me. 8 damage.
Okay. It goes. Disappears.
I look around me.
Dragomir's body is still there.
I'm gonna force feed some cow meat into him.
Okay.
Vomit cow meat into his corpse.
Mama bird.
Dragomir, you feel yourself kind of being pulled away from where you are, and then suddenly you're pulled back, and you're conscious and you're extremely hungry.
Oh. That sucked. Is everyone okay though?
Nope. I think he's still around here somewhere.
Oh boy. Alright, I would like to stand up.
Yep.
And I'm at 1 hit point.
Yep.
Cool.
And you're super, super hungry.
Ooh, I actually am hungry right now, so I can relate.
Elias didn't bring enough food for all of us.
I'm just trying to
It's true.
not have him die.
Did we ever cook those steaks?
Nope.
Not yet, but you have a furnace with you. You don't know how you're carrying a furnace with you, but you have it.
When it made the popping noise, was it the same teleporting sound that it made before, or like
No.
the same death sound that others have made?
It was a different death sound than others had made, but I couldn't find Enderman sounds.
But it sounded like it died instead of teleported.
Yeah, it sounded like it died.
Okay. Actually, I think
little
it's
balls of little glowing balls fell from it.
gone.
I don't think they. Oh, and a pearl.
Pearl.
Ooh. I want to pick that up.
It's this really kind of weird, almost rainbow colored ish pearl. It's multicolored.
By the way, Dragomir, and I just vomit a continuous stream of all of his stuff towards him.
I appreciate this. Thank you. And I put it all back in my face pack.
Face pack. Oh, this is great. This is great. Well, there's a cave down here. Should we try and find diamonds down there?
Yes, I believe we should. And
Cadence,
also, it gets us out of the sun. So
Cadence is just looking at the pearl. Okay, well.
It is a beautiful pearl, and it can purr.
I begin to descend down the cave.
I follow suit.
Okay. So as you guys go down, it go down really, really far. And you guys have to dig kind of like a staircase for you guys to make sure you don't just fall all the way down. But you eventually get to the bottom. And you see a couple of things. You see some rocks that have specks of blue in them, some rocks that have some specks of green in them, and then some rocks that have some specks of light blue in them.
Any red or pink?
Not in your immediate area.
Okay. I guess we should mine out the colors we see and see if any are diamonds.
Okay. So just for brevity's sake, you mine out. The light blue ones turn out to be diamonds. The regular or the dark blue ones turned out to be sapphire, and the green ones turned out to be emeralds.
Looks like we found some diamonds. How many did we find?
Let's say enough. What do you want to make with them?
A pick priority, and then if any's left over, some swords.
Yeah, you may find enough to make a pick and then 3 swords.
Great. Here you go, Cadence. This is the best pick I know how to make.
Yay! Okay. I have a pretty pick now. I would like to climb back up and go to the pretty black.
In order to
blocks.
dig down, you guys actually had to create some issues where climbing back up is going to be difficult. However, I'd like everyone to make me perception checks.
Ooh, nice. That is that's a 21.
All right. Cadence?
14.
Okay.
8.
So Tyrion, you are still looking for red stuff and are kind of oblivious to everything else. Cadence and Dragomir, however, you guys notice that there is light coming from the other end of this very large cavern you guys are in right now. And as you look, you see... and you see what looks like a manufactured building. Like it looks like it was built. It's a different color. It's kind of this bland, kind of beigeish color. It's got an opening in it, and you can see some light coming from within. And it sticks out like a sore thumb down here because everything else is like natural caverns and stuff like that. This is obviously man-made.
Is there a door?
There's an opening that you could put a door in if you wanted, but there's no door in it.
Cadence, should we check out this structure?
Probably, and she just heads in.
Okay, I follow.
Tyrion, Cadence,
Let
and
me know
Dragomir
at what
start
point
walking
I
off.
noticed this.
You do. You do notice them walking away while you're looking for more of this stone that's red.
What are you getting? Stone that's red, huh?
Yeah. What? Is there something funny about that? Do we just lose Elias?
Yes, we did.
Excellent.
He was so blown away by stone that's red that he
he did freeze on a very nice face, so that's a very nice smile.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh wait, maybe we're getting him back.
Say that, Dragomir.
Vaughn is saying that right now.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna really quick just refresh the page.
Awesome.
So I will be right back. You guys can still hear me, but you can't see me anymore, can you?
There's one like sequence where like you're like hallucinating, and that you're in a cave, and there's a house that keeps going farther and farther. That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Okay. If you were a character in The Wizard of Oz, which character would you be?
Probably the Scarecrow.
So
Okay.
Tyrion just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I do. Tin Man's my favorite.
So Tyrion gets oddly quiet for right now, and the guy that knows
Period. You were
He
usually
went back to
quiet.
caressing the box.
apparently. But you guys head forward, and we'll wait to see if Tyrion comes back. You guys move forward, and as you get into this building, you see that the building is basically occupied by this strange shape. It is, what is it, 3x3 gate, or technically it's a 4x4 square on the ground with each of the corners missing. And in each square, you can see one of the pearls that Cadence is holding in every one except one.
Oh god. I try and take the other pearls.
Wait,
They're stuck in there. They're not coming out.
I tell her, wait, don't you have a pearl from the Slender Man?
That's an interesting name for him.
He was slender, he was tall. I mean, it just seemed
How do
natural.
you know he was a man? He could have been a woman.
This is very true.
You guys have found
Yeah,
genitalia
there
mean
were
nothing
gender
in this
issues.
in this world.
I didn't get a good look as he was pounding the shit out of me.
Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, man. You guys.
Okay, you broke the DM. Take inspiration.
Again, I get double advantage.
Hey, I see a Tyrion. You're back.
You know, hotel internet is great.
You
Let me
didn't
tell
miss
you.
anything. Don't worry.
It can disconnect at any time. It's
Don't
fantastic.
worry about it.
It's the best thing.
It's the usual stuff. Don't worry about it. I made a funny, didn't even mean it.
Oh, okay. So, Cadence, who has just amused herself with a very odd image after trying to lecture Dragomir about gender equality and not making assumptions, puts the pearl in the missing spot.
Wait, okay. I don't know what happened after we entered that thing.
Yeah,
You don't need to know.
They went and they found this basically 4x4
Oh,
square on the
right.
ground where the corners are missing.
Okay.
And there are basically 12 slots, and 11 of them have the same kind of pearl that Cadence has in them. Just kind of sitting there, and there's one that has like a holder for this pearl, but no pearl in it.
Gotcha. So she's about to put the pearl in. Gotcha.
No, she tried taking one of the other pearls out.
I tried taking all of the other pearls out.
They're stuck.
Oh.
So now I'm putting a pearl in.
Okay, as you do that, in the center of this opening, this strange pinkish portal just appears.
I poke it.
Cadence vanishes.
Okay. That's
Don't-
pretty weird.
Well, I don't know. Does it look portalish? Like we've probably been enough
Yeah, it looks very portalish.
And now the two of you are alone.
It's very cubish portal, but portally nonetheless.
This could be a way out.
It's good. I do want to jump in, but I also have one. I also am very, very bloody.
Oh, do you need more food?
I would love some more food.
I'm assuming
Let's
we've
say
got
you have enough food to get all your health
Yeah,
back.
I've got tons of cow meat.
I
I've
would
been murdering
really-
cows
Yeah.
forever, so.
Yeah.
I vote for like some careless
Outside.
whisper-esque saxophone to be playing during this.
Yeah, I'll give him a pile of meat and give myself a pile too, if I can.
Really, that didn't break you guys.
Nope, sorry.
Really, you guys didn't pick up on that? Wow,
Nope.
I am
I'm
unbroken.
like on fire today. All right, cool.
All right, so you guys are at full health. Cadence is gone.
And then I'm taking the portal because I'm trying to get out of here.
Okay. Dragomir?
I will jump in.
Okay.
Wahoo!
As you guys get in there, Cadence, you appear there first, and you look around and you see dozens of these slender black figures wandering around. And they don't seem to react to you until you start looking at them, so you immediately break eye contact. You look up, you see this giant dragon flying around.
I don't see...
You are there for about 20 minutes before anyone else shows up, so what do you want to do in that 20 minutes? You're surrounded by these black, slender creatures. They might be men, they might be women. They may not identify, they may identify anywhere on the spectrum.
That's what the conversation was about.
Yes.
They could be slender queer. You're not sure.
Yeah. I
almost broke myself there.
Okay. I'm going to cast polymorph on myself.
Okay.
It allows me to turn into a spell transforms a creature that I can see into a new form. So I want to become a dragon.
It has to be of a challenge rating, I think equal to or less than your level.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
They're dragons.
I mean, obviously the dragon's less. We got this.
Yeah.
You can do this by yourself, yeah.
Let's see.
So I'm going to look up dragons. Do you have a specific color you're looking for?
No, just one I can turn into.
Well, a young green dragon would be challenge rating 8. You're probably going to be a young dragon just in general is the best you're going to do.
No way adults are going to happen. They're too challenging. So yeah, young green dragon works for me.
All right, so you turn into
this
a young
is going to be good.
green dragon.
Dragomir and I are going to come in and see two
fly
dragons.
up and attempt to seduce the other dragon.
Attempt to seduce the other dragon.
The
Okay.
the classic.
I will need a persuasion check. Normally, I would give you disadvantage for trying to seduce a dragon, but you are one. So I'm going to say it's a flat roll.
It wasn't that 20. And I have a +9, so it's a 29 total.
Way.
This is going to be one of those games.
All right, this is a skills check, not an attack roll, so it's not an automatic success. I am going to roll for the ending or dragon.
Okay.
God.
I got a 19, which is not enough.
Oh.
Tyrion and Dragomir,
What are we going to walk
you
into?
guys appear, and you see all of these slender creatures going around. They all immediately look at you guys.
Do we get the same feeling to avoid eye contact or not?
Yeah.
Yep.
That I avoid eye contact.
And as you look around, you see a young green dragon lying, kind of spooning with this large, kind of black and purple dragon. You've never seen a dragon that looks like this. That is very cube-shaped, like everything's made out of cubes. And they're just kind of spooning.
Wait, the green dragon is not made out of cubes?
The green dragon is cube-ish.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Polymorph works real weird here.
Hey, there's two dragons here. Which one do you think is the one we need to defeat?
And I make eye contact with Tyrion, and my eyes are still the same.
I avoid eye contact.
Yeah.
I'm just avoiding eye contact with everything.
So you see a pair of dragons. Cadence, you're sitting there, kind of snuggled up with your new dragon buddy.
Just take out both, and just to be safe.
Well,
no.
But
he's trying to find something on
I'm gonna look around for Cadence.
Webflix.
Actually, because
I stay very close to Tyrion.
Do I see
You
like
see a new
Cadence?
season of House of Playing Cards is on.
Do we see Cadence's stuff floating anywhere?
Nope.
She probably ran off somewhere.
Yeah,
You guys
she's
do
actually
notice you're
done that
basically
before.
on this kind of beige-colored island. There's really nowhere to run to.
Hmm.
She's run off before, whenever she was
Maybe,
the big green thing.
And I wonder why I'm a big green thing again.
Cadence, you notice that your friends are over there, and it looks like they're planning. They're far enough away that you can't hear them. Your Ender buddy, your Endinger buddy, sitting there notices as well. Starts to get up. Says, "Don't worry, honey. I'll take care of this." Starts revving up a fireball.
I go. I try and get him to stop and wait and figure out what they're doing first.
He goes, "Well, oh, don't worry. I can. Adventurers come in here all the time. I blow them up.
Oh, you do? Can you tell me about that?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, let's take care of these guys first. If you don't kill them, they get really annoying."
They're just super weak. It doesn't matter. We have time for one story.
Dragomir, does it look like they're talking to each other?
They do. They're probably plotting to, how to take us out.
Well, what do you think they can see us? And at this point, I'm looking at their faces.
Yeah. You
And
can
I
see.
turn and when I say that they're super weak, I turn and look and I make eye contact with Tyrion.
Does Tyrion pick up what Cadence is throwing down?
Roll me an insight check.
Can I assist in this?
No, you can't.
Okay.
This is
Cool.
purely Tyrion.
So my insight's -1 here, and that's going to be a total of 8.
8. Okay. You don't know what she's saying, but you recognize the eyes. You're pretty sure that's Cadence. You don't know how she became a dragon.
That's Cadence.
You don't know why she's spooning with an even bigger dragon that's weird colors. It's not even a chromatic dragon you're familiar with.
Yeah, this is, well, okay.
And it's
I'm
definitely
pretty sure
not a metallic dragon or a gem dragon.
I'm pretty sure the green dragon is Cadence. I don't know how, but she's been giant green things
So the
before.
the Endinger dragon is like, no, I mean, I can tell you it later, but we really have to kill these guys because they get really annoying, and I mean, eventually they start shooting arrows at you, and all
I mean, you're super strong.
all the other
I don't
slender
care for
beings,
you.
they get annoyed with them, and then they try killing them, and then if I don't kill it, then they get mad at me. I mean, I do have a job here. I mean, it's
While,
nice that we're web flixing and chilling, but
Yeah,
I've got a job.
Much. What is your job?
To kill the adventurers that come in here. All right, honey, I'm really sorry. I've got to take care of this.
When
and so he gets up.
he's doing that. Can I get an action in while he's monologuing there?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I want to put down that arrow dispenser and try to shoot holes in his wings.
Okay. Make me attack rolls.
How many?
Let's go with 4.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I've never used an arrow dispenser. I don't even know how they work.
I have been trying to get him to not be in their sight line, so I am behind him, he's between me and them.
Well, then they wouldn't have been able to see your eyes.
Started out in front, but I was trying
Oh,
to...
so you're kind of rolling over him.
Trying to pivot and get him to look the other way, basically, yeah.
Okay. These are not great attacks because they're dex based.
Okay.
The first one was a 14 to hit.
Okay, it's a miss.
Well, then they all miss.
Okay.
And including the last one, which was a natural 1.
So you fire off 4 arrows. They sail and they fall short of the dragon, who, because he's looking the other way, doesn't seem to notice them. as he's going, as Cadence is kind of wrestling with him and is like, no. He's like, no, honey, I understand. You know, you haven't dealt with, you know, these kind of creatures, but, you know, this is my job. I've got to do it.
Turn to Dragomir
Why
and
do
go,
you care so much about these creatures? Do you know these creatures? I mean, I don't even know where you came from. You just showed up one day and then, I mean, those eyes are really, really pretty. I figured I hadn't met another dragon before, so, you know,
this is so ridiculous.
dragon to dragon.
Excuse me.
I would like to point out, this is not anywhere near what I wrote for this. Like, I had a
seduction
completely different idea about how this encounter was going to go.
I walk up to the dragon.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
And so now he turns around and he's like, see, now they're right next to me. He's going to try and beat me with one of those stupid shiny swords.
Actually, I would like to talk to see if we can avoid that.
Do you speak Draconic?
No.
See, they make these really annoying sounds.
I speak
And-
Goblin.
They make these really annoying sounds, and I'm going to step on them. Just hold on for a second, and you see a claw coming down towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Dragomir.
Great. I regret nothing. 12.
You take... $20 damage.
20 damage. Okay.
So Cadence, you watch as he kind of steps on Dragomir, notices he's not dead. He's like, wow, these are much hardier than I'm used to dealing with. All right, honey, I'm going to have to go to work real quick, but...
And I'm going to say, it tried to hurt you, baby. And I'm going to do poison breath, but, like, try and get his wing.
You realize wings in general can't... Like, the way poison breath works is you inhale it, right?
Then I try and get it to his head.
The lesson
but
for your kids.
That checks
Don't
out for
smoke.
a new dragon who doesn't know what they can do.
So you try your poison breath on him.
What is
Yes, but I'm trying to trick him into thinking that it's just really bad aim.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
And before another natural 20.
It is not a natural 20. The total there is 14.
So as you sit there, you go, blah. Dragomir, I need a constitution save from you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Making me get my monster manual out. I've been making up these monsters. Now I gotta actually look up.
Mine is on page 94, if you need that reference.
That's a big whopping 8.
You take 42 poison damage.
I'm so sorry, Dragomir.
42.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me do some math here. I'm definitely unconscious.
Oh, I got a nat 1 on the dragons. Elias, are ender
I'm
dragons
back at
immune to poison?
17. We're
Ender dragons?
Yeah, but anyway.
There's like, oh, I guess there's poison arrows. I have no idea. I don't think they're immune. Everything does damage. I just don't know.
Yeah,
how much.
they're at least resistant to poison damage.
Oh well, in D&D, sure. In Minecraft.
No, I'm
like,
talking specifically Minecraft. Is it impossible for them to get poisoned?
I don't think poison condition is a thing in Minecraft.
Yeah, because the witches throw poison.
Oh, I have never tried it. I don't know.
Okay, well, we're gonna say he's not, so he takes 42 damage as well as you breathe on him. He's like, honey, oh man, morning breath. Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry, baby.
I
He
can't
hurt you, and
believe you
I felt
did,
so.
you
He
jerk.
hurt you. I felt really bad about it. I wanted to hurt him back, and I just.
Well,
I
you
didn't
hurt
think
the
that
other guy. I mean, he's shriveled up and dead now.
Okay, good. See, so it was worth it, right?
Not really. Have you smelled your breath? Oh my gosh.
Well, that's rude.
Honey, we're going to have to talk about your hygiene.
And I get very mad about that, and I'm going to do a multi-attack.
While they are having a lover's squabble, I'm going to vomit more meat into Dragomir.
Okay. Dragomir, you're conscious again.
I am
I probably
biting
don't
and
know.
clawing and saying, "How dare you? That is so rude."
First, make me a performance check.
That's a lot better. That was an 18.
Okay. Make your attacks.
That's plus, okay. So this is 3 attacks. Haha! Okay, so the first one was a total of 12.
Miss.
The second one was a total of 19.
Hit.
And the third one was a nat 20.
God.
Pick up different dice.
I don't have other dice. I have one set of dice.
Roll your damage.
Okay.
The second 2 attacks hit.
Okay. So those are going to be. I'll roll it in here. 10 plus 4 is so 14 for the first.
Okay.
And then the other, and then
There were 9.
plus 2d6 poison damage. So then that's another 9.
So 23.
And then there is slash roll 6 plus 4, and another 9.
And did you double the dice for...
No, I didn't double the dice for the crit. So that's...
So add another 2d6.
Yeah. That's 8.
8, 9, 17, 23, 30, 40. So another 40 damage total. How do you want to do this?
Oh my God.
He's like, that was so rude of you. We just met today. We're supposed to still be in the honeymoon phase. And I bite and tear out part of like the meat of his shoulder and throat, and then I claw it and just completely tear out the artery.
So as he's sitting there, he's like, "You're abusive. This is an unhealthy relation." Poof.
Tyrion's over there. He's beginning to draw his diamond sword as he's done healing up Dragomir, and then it just
poofs. You see Cadence sitting there with a chunk of square dragon meat in her mouth.
You're Cadence, right?
Yep.
Great.
That bastard insulted my breath.
Well, it's pretty bad right now.
Yeah, you did.
And I
You
would like to
guys
attack
did just
Tyrion.
see what happens when someone insults your breath.
Well, it's Cadence. I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
And I'm going to attack Tyrion.
At this point, the spell wears off because I believe it only lasts for an hour or something, a minute. I don't know.
Up to an hour,
So
yeah.
she breathes
Yeah.
on me as a halfling.
Time
Up
passes.
to 1 hour.
Yeah, time passes differently in this world, as you've already found out. So
I'm fine
as you
with
sit
that.
there and start bringing up the dragon breath, you shrink down. You just go.
And I switched to a thunder wave.
The
Sean
cat
agrees with
apparently
me.
was not pleased with the thunder wave.
No, Sean agrees. He thinks it's a great idea.
Tyrion, I need a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Dragomir, I need a con save from you too.
Why not?
Ah!
9.
You fail.
20.
You succeed.
I would have failed.
Okay. So here's the fun thing about thunder waves. Is turn to the page where thunder wave
It's
is.
2d8.
It's yes, and there is a special thing that happens.
They get blown back.
Yeah, so because you passed, you still take half damage, but you're not pushed. But
Yep.
Tyrion is pushed away.
Yep.
I'm down.
Roll the damage. You were at, let's say you're at full health because of Tyrion vomiting on you.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so Tyrion, you take 8 damage. Dragomir, you take 4 damage. Tyrion is thrown back 4 feet as Cadence goes full Edward Elric, screaming at you.
You know what? I'm really
You
over
guys
this
see
place.
those words appear at the bottom of your vision. Admin, the Endinger dragon has been destroyed. World lock discontinued. Have a
Yeah.
nice day.
Yeah, you too, admin, wherever you're from. I'm just going to build a door and try and use the key.
Build a door. Put the key in. It opens.
I look around right before I walk through to make sure Ricardo is nowhere in sight.
You see a bunch of Endermen that you all make, or slender creatures that you all make eye contact with, and they all start rushing towards you.
I am going through the door.
Okay.
I follow suit.
Cadence also goes and she's swearing under her breath.
Once those two are in, I shut the door behind me.
Okay. So you guys feel the familiar feeling of transporting. You feel your limbs turn back into the state they used to be. Your weapons and armor start continuing back. And that is where we are going to end it for this adventure.
What an ending. What?
So, thank you so much for those of you guys that tuned in. This
That
is
was my
actually the
first dragon I've ever fought.
Did you fight it, though, really?
This is actually the
Fighting.
first time the Mighty Extreme Heroes have been on my personal Twitch channel. So going forward, I tend to do this at least once a year, sometimes a couple times a year for charity events and stuff like that. Feel free to follow if you want to see more of my D&D antics. I run D&D games on Wednesdays and then other stuff whenever I can. And also you can subscribe to me here on Twitch if you want to get the DM break emote that Wild Bronco has been using. I have other emotes too, but I need to redesign them because they're super hard to understand what they are. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my silly parody game. Any pop culture stuff I can think of, I will parody in this.
I didn't get any pop culture references. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
The reason I chose this, originally we were going to actually have Elias's co-host from Winecraft Wednesdays on as another guest, and I just thought it would be really funny for them to both have to play Minecraft and D&D.
I can't wait to show him what he missed.
Yeah. So I'm going to see what that was because I totally missed it. Oh, thank you for the cheer, Patweek. I sincerely appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is always a ton of fun for me. For you guys, if these people want to know where they can find you online, or if you guys have any things that you do that the audience might want to see, we will start with our brand new guest here, Dragomir. Dragomir, if people wanted to follow you on Twitter, or if you have a Twitch channel or anything, where would they find you?
So I don't do much, and I'm really not around. But offline, if you guys are ever in the Bay Area, I'm doing this amazing show with Ilea called Spamalot. It's in Saratoga.
You guys are doing Spamalot?
Yeah.
Oh, who are you?
I am the Knight of Knee. I am
Okay.
Dennis's mother, the one that goes, Kickadoo! And I'm a mime. And it's going to be amazing. So yeah, it's
his
in...
mind is hilarious.
Yeah, it is
an
June
amazing
23rd.
show, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was the date?
It opens June 23rd, and it closes July 21st. So yeah, there's a whole month there.
It's a phenomenal show. I was lucky enough to see it on Broadway. It is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like the remake of the Holy Grail that we never got. So
singing. It's a musical.
With singing and dancing, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely tune into that.
If you want more information, go to wvlo.org, and it's at the Saratoga Civic Center.
Cool. Awesome. Like I said, if you're in the area, you need to see the show. It is phenomenal. It is one of the longest running shows on Broadway, if I remember correctly. When it was running on Broadway. So yeah, it's a phenomenal show. It's so much fun to watch. Ilea, if people want to find you.
If people want to find me, they should follow my Twitter at GreenEyeTbone, and then I'm GreenEye Trombonist everywhere else. I do believe I am streaming tomorrow, so definitely follow my Twitter because I'll tweet right before I go live. And I don't know what I'm doing yet. Probably Pokemon, maybe a lot of singing. Who knows? Maybe you guys can tell me. Huzzah!
Pokemon and singing.
We call it Pokemon karaoke because as long as karaoke is not the center part of the stream, it's okay on Twitch.
Really?
TOS.
Is that how you get around it? I've been trying to figure out.
So you're still going to have mutes and things happen depending on things later on. But if you look at the TOS, the way that it is worded is that the karaoke cannot be the main aspect of the show.
Cool.
So, yeah. So you can do karaoke as long as you're doing something else.
I used to do karaoke before they changed the TOS, so
yeah.
I'm happy about this. Cool.
So do that, follow me, and then go see us in Stand-A-Lot and hear me be a soprano for the first time in my life.
Woo!
Which is always fun to change your singing part. Elias, what's your singing part?
I am not in Spam-A-Lot, actually.
But if they wanted to find stuff that you do.
You can see me in tons of stuff online. I do a lot of streaming on Twitch. Every other Saturday, so next Saturday, I'm in a RPG show with most of these guys over on the Zelda Universe Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Zelda Universe TV, called Realms of the Wild, Zelda RPG. I play a bomb happy Goron there, so you can find me there. I also stream on my personal Twitch channel a lot, Elias Thompson. I'm also Elias Thompson everywhere on the internet, if you want to follow me. And like it was mentioned before, I do a Minecraft Twitch show on Wednesday nights called Winecraft Wednesday, where my co-host drink and rate wines while playing Minecraft. It's interesting.
It's fairly amusing. I was a guest once. And,
fairly amusing is an accurate descriptor.
And yeah, it's fun. They try and put like plot and everything into Minecraft. It's weird. So yeah, and again, I'm Trainer Jody. I'm Trainer Jody everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Though I don't use my Instagram, I use it specifically to follow other people that are significantly more interesting than I am. But you can follow my Instagram to get nothing. And then obviously, you're watching this on my Twitch channel. I do upload all this stuff to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TrainerJody. I have this, the other episodes of the Mighty Extreme Heroes are actually on a channel that I'm kind of putting on hiatus for a little while called the All for Geek Alliance. So if you want to see other episodes that are like this, just go to youtube.com/allforgeekalliance. And you can see every single episode of every single session that we've run of this and all the crazy things that we've done. It's all over there. Other than that, like I said, I do stream on Wednesday nights. I have 2 different D&D games, campaigns that I stream. I do them every other week. So on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central, I'm running a D&D campaign. It's just they alternate which campaign that I'm running, but they're all both set in my custom world, and are fun and are not quite as silly as this. And then obviously every other Saturday, I'm actually the GM for Realms of the Wild on Zelda Universe's Twitch channel. So that one again is a little bit more serious, but all my games have comedy and stuff in them.
Yeah. If you want to meet Jerry the Lizard, you
Yes.
should definitely come see Realms of the Wild, and you'll see me be a less hyper version of a murder host. So
Yeah. Anyway, I do want to thank my amazing guests, Elias, Ilea, and Vaughn. Thank you so much for coming and playing with us today. I want to thank the audience, everyone that was talking. My name is Ruin 2017, Wild Bronco 38, Pat Tweak, this Elias
Elias Thomas. That's my name.
Thomas, there we go. Yeah. Green Eyed Trombonist, all that. Everybody that was talking to chat today, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome to see people interacting. Thank you, Pat Tweak, for the bits. Always appreciate being able to support. And, of course, I want to thank Larry and have a short half second of silence for him. Okay.
Dragomir,
yeah,
That's more than a half second, and it's not silence.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Watch my Twitter if you guys want to see the next episode of the Mighty Extreme Heroes. Can't tell you when it'll be, but it will always be interesting. So that's all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Adios, people.